ball down the line, and the guy knocked it back, and then it was a crossfield ball to me, and I was running onto it, and I thought, God, Gazza Street, do not cock this one up. Because Sharpie had missed a pen earlier on. So I thought, God,
we're getting beat 1-0, weren't we? Yeah.
For goodness sake, don't flip him.
Hit the target at least, yeah.
Just to make the keeper save it or something.
Yeah.
So I hit it really nicely, actually, and it went in. Well, a lot of people nowadays, when they play against their own team,
no celebration.
No celebration. You give it all sorry and all this. Well, I just nearly went ballistic. I went the full length of the pitch all down.
Running down, past down.
All the Liverpool supporters and everything just went mad.
Yeah.
I thought, you're going to score a goal, you may as well score that one, aren't you?
My guest on today's podcast is a former professional footballer. He won league titles with Everton. He also represented Manchester City, Sheffield Wednesday, amongst other clubs, became a coach and is a scout. I'm joined in the studio today by Alan Harper. Alan, thanks for coming in.
Pleasure, Baz.
Thanks for coming in. What's your earliest football memory? I know I'm probably going to test you now, but what's your earliest football memory? It could be a game or playing
as a kid as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. My cousin used to take me all to Liverpool games and Everton games because it was alternate weeks. So he used to take me. So when I was about, I can't remember, 6 or 7, he used to go get the bus from Penny Lane because it was a football bus. He'd get on the bus and he'd have a stool. He used to put a stool down in front of the paddock at Anfield. Yeah. Shove me on that and I'd watch the games from that. I loved it. Yeah. And then the following week we'd go to Goodison. And that's where it was. It wasn't...
Yeah. Just pick one and off you go, yeah.
It's great. Loved it.
And that's
just getting on the bus, getting to the game.
Yeah. Everything around it.
Yeah. And it was free. The bus.
The bus. Yeah.
It's a free bus as well. It's a football bus.
So is that where you think that's where the love of footy came, or were you kicking a ball about by then?
Well, I was born in Feeding Street in Kenny.
Right.
So there used to be when I was very young, there used to be a lumber yard. So I used to go walking on the corner with the ball. It was only about 4 or 5 to walk in the corner, and they'd be on their lunch break, all the lumber yard. You used to play football with them. That's how I got into
85,
it. Well, football kind of thing. I got into it, and it wasn't no televisions, you know what I mean. Yeah. So that's how I really got into football, just playing with them, and having a laugh and then going back home after lunch.
Oh my God! What was the first football team you played for then?
Oh God! Well, it beat the school.
Yeah.
So when I was junior, it was Joseph Williams in Belvale. So I was the first team I ever played for. Then went to Gazza and then played in their teams.
Is that where Liverpool spotted you then playing for Gazza?
Well, it wasn't actually because I played for Liverpool schoolboys as well. So from the age of 11, then I was 14. It was only like Liverpool or Everton in them days. So if you play for Liverpool schoolboys, there was always Liverpool or Everton scouts there kind of thing. So that's how I got. It was either you went to Everton or you went to Liverpool kind of thing. So Paul Hodge was in the same team as me at Liverpool schoolboys, and he went to Everton. Yeah. And I went to Liverpool. It's just the way it was in them days. Yeah.
So going full time at Liverpool, and what was that like?
Flipping heck.
They had a good side, didn't they, at that time? And
there had a chap called John Bennison who came round to the house. He had the proper trilby on and everything. Proper, the trilby long coat on. And he like used to sign for Liverpool as an apprentice. But I was doing Tuesday and Thursdays with doing Melwood at the time. So it was training Tuesday night and a Thursday night with Liverpool, and then they offered me an apprenticeship. So you take it, don't you? You're just going to take it, aren't you, all day long? You're going to take it. Because that's all I wanted to ever do was play football. Right. And that was it. So that was it.
Off you, not working the lumber yard, no?
No. The lumber yard went out the window. Early doors.
Early doors.
I seen what they were doing.
Yeah. They were looking forward to you coming on with the ball.
Well, I was the only one who had the ball.
That was it, so they were made up. So what was that like going into Liverpool every day then? Because obviously training twice a week, going into Melbourne and stuff, and then actually...
Yeah, it was a completely different world. A 16-year-old, left school and getting 2 buses. So I had to get the 79 from Nailsfield all the way up to Wave 3 and get the 27 across. That's to be in by 8:30 at the latest.
Yeah.
So we had to do all the boots and get all the kit out for the first team, do everything, clean everything up, and then the first team would come in, and then we'd go from there. We'd get changed, and we used to get on the bus from Anfield to Melwood. Everyone.
I was going to say, because the 27th that goes to Anfield, Shield Road, Anfield.
Yeah, Shield Road,
yeah. So, and you get the bus down then.
And we used to get it was a coach.
Right,
at Anfield, and all the players used to get on this coach and go.
Yeah.
And the driver became the kit man. That sounds unusual, doesn't it?
I've heard that before.
I have as well, yeah. So he became the kit man.
Right.
Where it became a bit more professional.
Yeah.
He became the kit man at Liverpool. Mm. Like Jimmy became kit man at
Everton, yeah.
So we used to drive down to Melbourne, train, get back on the bus and do all the kit and get in. There was no canteen or anything like that.
Right.
Like the first team, we'd ask to go around the cafe and get us a sandwich, or we'd have to run round to the cafe and get a sandwich, for Graham Souness and all these people and Tommy Smith, and you think, what bloody hell? Ask, Ian Callaghan and all these people.
I want to say there must have been some characters there then at that time.
Unbelievable.
Who were you were you a defender or a midfield? We'll talk about how versatile you are as your career, but what did you start
Believe it or not, I was a centre-half.
Were you? A centre-back, yeah.
Yeah, so I was centre-back, so
you're looking up at like Tommy Smith,
Phil Thompson and all these people, Emlyn Hughes was there, right, and you're thinking, jeez.
I bet you they give you... Is that where you got your good sense of humour from, Al? Did you have to quickly develop it?
You have to quickly learn.
some good characters, strong characters there. Yeah,
unbelievable.
Yeah,
which I thought it made me a better person, if you like.
Right. Okay.
It was. You had to have good manners as well. You couldn't just walk into a dressing room and then people. You have to knock on the door but they'd hammer you. But they didn't mind you giving it back.
Right, okay.
It was a bit of character building. If you just went in your shell, you're not going to...
Easy target.
You're going to get hammered all the time.
Who was the first team manager when was it Paisley or was it Bill Shankly? Was it Paisley?
Yeah, Shankly just left.
Just gone, yeah.
So Bob Paisley was there.
The manager, obviously the boot room.
So Bob Paisley, they had Joe Fagan, Ray Evans, Ronnie Moran, Tom Saunders, Ruben Bennett was... The characters were unbelievable because the boot room was next to where all the drying room was.
Right, yeah.
So all the kit was in this drying room, and the boot room where you cleaned the boots was next door to it as well. So you could hear everything. So the lads were always like cleaning the boots.
He's saying anything about me?
Exactly. It was like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
So it was a learning process. It was fantastic. The knowledge that they had was unbelievable.
So what we obviously we hear about the fabled boot room, don't we? And you mentioned someone there, Graham Souness, who got rid of it famously, and Liverpool had a barren spell after that. So I don't know whether we can blame Graham Souness for it, but he certainly was involved in that.
Well, you can blame him. I'm not saying
no. You say nothing. I just hopefully won't bump into him. That's all it is. But what was that like then? Was there an aura about it then, or because you were in it? Was it, and what sort of things went on in it? Was it the, team tactics, players? Was it?
Nothing. It was nothing at all. It was strange because when I first arrived there when I was 16, Kevin Keegan had just left.
Right.
And then, a couple of weeks after I got there, so I'm not blaming myself. But I was cleaning his boots at one stage, so it might have been me.
It might have been you. Yeah.
Then Kenny came in.
Right. Okay.
So Kenny was. Fantastic player, unbelievable player, and he had some great stories as well. He was funny as anything.
Yeah.
So we had him as well, Alan Hansen, Graham Souness, Phil Thompson, Tommy Smith, Ian Callaghan. We're talking big big players.
Top
kind of
players aren't they? Really?
Never ever talk tactics. Never. Even when I was listening.
When you were here with him. Yeah.
Could never hear anything. Never said anything.
What was the coach? Because obviously it was literally pass and move with Liverpool, wasn't it? At that time, it seemed that simple, but they were unbelievable at it. And what was it like? What sort of environment was it for you then, in terms of a coaching environment going in?
Well, there wasn't an awful lot of coaching. Everyone would be in the, with the first team.
Yeah.
They'd have teams, and you'd be thrown into a team, and you'd be playing with Kenny or whenever, and everything was two-touch.
Yeah, right, okay.
So everything was first touch and then pass, and he'd always help you with your vision kind of thing, peripheral vision of what's going on.
Scanning, I think it's called now, Al, isn't it?
Scanning, yeah. I thought that was a computer. We had to scan things. So, yeah, it was all about, what's around you kind of thing. So when the ball came to you, you had to know who was around you, so you could play first two-touch, and that was it. And that's all he did. Or one, he'd only play forward, you couldn't play back. So it was all, you had to open yourself up to play forward. You couldn't move your touch go backwards. That was it. It was a free kick. So everything was, you had to go forward.
Okay.
And that's all he did. It was amazing. And that's it. And they were winning European championships, everything. And I'm thinking, and football is that easy in it sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we make it more complicated.
Yeah. There was also, they passed it back to the goalie a lot when they were winning.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, when
they were very good at 1-0. Yeah, 1-0.
Well, it was 0-0 from that 85 minutes, and then you go and score a goal. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Baz.
They were superb at it, weren't they? And obviously, you just said European Cups, League Championships. Just they were amazing at that. Yeah. That simple football. As it seemed simple. Obviously, you get a pro contract. Was it frustrating not getting, or was it because they were winning things? Was it almost a bit easier to accept?
I got a pro when I was 17, so I was a pro when I was 17 at Liverpool, which is, I thought that'll do me.
Especially how good they were as well, the best club in the land, I'd say.
But they were so good. They didn't change the team either. No. They just kept it near enough the same team. Mm. And in them days, if you got injured, they wouldn't say they were injured, because if they got off the team, there was always David Fairclough, Sammy Lane. I was playing with them in the reserves, and you think Jeff Ainsworth and people like this, and Brian Kettle, Max Thompson, and Oggy in goal. You're thinking this would do all right in the championship.
This isn't bad. Yeah.
Because we had a good squad, so it was always difficult. It was difficult for Sammy to get in the team at the start, and then David Fairclough, super sub, whatever you like to call him. They couldn't get a game, but the education was there for you. Yeah, you're just playing. Like we play on the Saturday. Well, the first thing we were playing on the Saturday, we played the Derby game on the Saturday at Anfield, and the Derby game was going on at Goodison at the same time. Ours was at 2 o'clock, and that was a 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock kick.
On a Saturday.
What's a Saturday? On a derby. Yeah. So we'd play on the 2 o'clock, and it'd be like, if you couldn't get a ticket for that, there'd be like 40,000 people watching the game. You think, bloody hell, this is what you want, isn't it? You want to play in these environments. And they were brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Great education for me.
Yeah. So, how did the Everton move come then? Because obviously, like you just said, it's... The other thing I want to point out, and I'll point this out probably a couple of times, Jordan, this is at a time when there was one substitute. Now, you look at it now, and we'll discuss the 9, the 9 subs you can have now. But this was one sub, and only one sub, not even, you can have 3 on the bench, but only bring one. This was one. Yeah. One. And you'll tell me more about it in a minute. So when you're looking at that, and you just mentioned, obviously, a lot of the lads you talked about there had good careers as well, and as well as yourself. And, some didn't do as well as you did, but they still had good careers. Was it an easy decision to leave? And how did the move come about?
Was it easy? It's a hard one. It was in the end, because was at home and I had a phone call from no mobile phones, by the way.
No.
A little wind-up one. So my mum answered the phone and said, "There's someone on the phone. Someone called Colin. I thought, someone's winding me up here. Colin. So anyway, so she gave me the phone. It was Colin. She said, would you think about coming to us? I would want to have a chat with you. And so we'll have a chat. I'm not going to lose anything by not having a chat. So we met at a Chinese restaurant in Sheffield Park. So I met him and he started talking about what his ideas were and stuff like this. And, we've got a young squad. I've seen it a few times and, reserve team. Colin gives you a good mention as well because Colin was doing the reserves at the time, but Roy Evans was doing their reserves and Colin. Oof, they were flipping at it all the time. It was scary. It was. You could just turn round and just watch them two argue throughout the game, and they were good friends. Yeah. So, but that's Liverpool Everton rivalry, innit? So that's how it came about. And he said to me, "What do you want to drink?" I thought, I can't say. I'll have a bit of thick orange, please. Thinking
I'm doing the right thing. Athlete.
And he looked at me and I thought, "Why does he look at me like that? Don't you drink?" And I went, "Well, yeah. He went, like, pint of lager." So he got me a pint of lager and I thought, okay.
All right, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so he explained everything to me, what was going on, what he wanted to do. This is the squad. We've got a lot of young ones who are coming in, like Sharpie, Richo, Gary Stevens, Trevor was coming in, Trevor Stephen. So it was all the same age kind of thing. Yeah. 21, 22. Well, Gary was a bit younger and Trevor was as well, but all that age group. Yeah. So he wanted a young team or squad, 15. Yeah. Squad and MB. Yeah. So that's how it came about. I thought, I wouldn't mind a bit of this. He didn't even promise me a start.
Right.
He said, you have to earn your stripes kind of thing. Yeah. And that's the way it just went. And then I signed. I just got married as well. That's just got married a couple of weeks after, and then I had to go and sign at Goodison with Jim Greenwood. And the first person I seen when they were signing was John Bailey.
Fair enough. Quite a character.
So we were in Jim Greenwood's office. Even now it wasn't there. No one. It was just Jim Greenwood.
Just Jim Greenwood
in his office. And we had to walk into the office. And, it was at Goodison in them days. And went in. And there was all these boxes in this office because there was a big office where there was a secretary and all the people, and Jim's office was just off it. And there was boxes everywhere of like Adidas gear and Puma and all this kind of stuff. And John Bailey's going through everything.
Right,
signing his shoes on and all. Did it wait for him?
No. he just wanted.
And he went to me. He went, "All right, John. He went, "Oh, fine. We're going to Magaluf tomorrow. Do you fancy coming?" I thought, "What, tomorrow? I've only just been married a week." He said, "Do you want me to just go home, get me stuff and go to Magaluf?" He went, "So, what's wrong with you?" I went, "What's wrong with me? What do you mean? What's wrong with me?"
Something me missus a bit too happy, yeah.
So that's how it came about, kind of thing. But he gave me the idea of what he wanted.
What he wanted to build. Yeah. Was it, obviously, because you haven't played in Liverpool's first team, it wasn't a big a deal to go from Liverpool to Everton.
No.
Then. No. Because obviously we'd already signed Kevin Sheedy from Kevin Sheedy.
No, Sheedy was playing in the reserves with me as well. Yeah. So,
was that the year Sheedy come?
6 months, I think it was.
Yeah, 82, like 83 or something. Yeah. He was there that season, so we had him there.
Well, it's the same.
And then you were there as well.
So I'd played with Sheedy.
Yeah, at Liverpool.
And he played for the first team as well until he got injured, and then Ronnie Whelan took over.
Yeah, not bad.
So, Ronnie Whelan played reserves with me as well. Yeah. Stevie Nicol, and you can name names that played for Liverpool and for Everton in the reserves. we'd all made great careers, internationals, and you think, gee whiz, this is unbelievable, this.
A lot of, like...
So that's how it kind of came about, kind of thing.
Yeah. And then come in, that first season, debut against Stoke, first game of the season.
In the first... And he moved from Liverpool at the same... Well, not the same time. Might have been a couple of months before me. Went to Stoke, was Bobby Savage, and I'd been an apprentice with Bobby.
Oh.
And he was left back and I was right back. So we go, well, don't you run past me and I won't run past you, kind of thing. We're bad. Bad. It's our first games. Let's go for it.
And Everton won it 1-0.
Yeah. But that was an experience as well, because I'd never seen that kind of, going down the tunnel, getting on in a massive big crowd.
Yeah.
You think, blimey, this is what you want.
With the nerves, or... we just couldn't wait to get started, basically.
Just couldn't wait to get going, kind of thing. Yeah. It was a bit... walking up the steps of Goodison, you can hear the music and all that. Yeah. Bloody hell, here we go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which was great. It was great, but nerves, not beforehand, just walking up them,
just coming up them and little steps, go,
and then hearing the music and then running on, kind of thing. I think that's what got to me, kind of.
Yeah, just right back that day.
Yeah, right back, yeah.
And we won the game. Graham Sharp.
Sharpish goal.
The winner, yeah. The winner. And that season sort of played a lot of games, the season. One of the highlights of the season, surely, your first Everton goal. Volley in a Merseyside. It wasn't a bad goal. Your first Everton goal against the club you've left.
I came on a sub as well. Came on a sub that day.
It was a hell of a goal, the street end.
Bruce was in.
What we doing that far up?
Well, it was. Yeah. I don't know. It might have been Trevor got took off.
I think, he got took off.
And I went on.
Yeah.
There's the one sub.
On you come.
And I went, and then I sort of ball down the line, and the guy knocked it back, and then there was a crossfield ball to me, and I was running onto it, and I thought, God, Gazza Street. Do not cock this one up. Because Sharpie had missed a pen earlier on. So I thought, God,
we're getting beat 1-0, weren't we? Yeah.
For goodness sake, don't flip him.
Hit the target at least, yeah.
Just to make the keeper save it or something. So I hit it. I hit it really nicely, actually, and it went in. Well, a lot of people nowadays, when they play against their own team,
no celebration.
Celebration. You give it all sorry and all this. Well, I just nearly went ballistic. I went the full length of the pitch all down.
Running down, past down.
All the Liverpool supporters and everything just went mad.
Yeah.
I thought, you're going to score a goal, you may as well score that one, aren't you?
It was a hell of a goal. And obviously, before the League Cup final, was it? It was, wasn't it? It was the week, I think it might have been the week before or a couple of weeks before, because Liverpool were brilliant, weren't they? And that was I know, spoke to a couple of the lads from that team, sort of that was just another little tick of starting to go. Because obviously this season, your first season, we'd had the games like Coventry, when it looked like, it was a Coventry at home in the Cup, which was a key, the League Cup, which was 1-0 down, and then Heath and Sharp's injured, and Everton in limping, and we win it late on, and Oxford United away. We could have gone out there. We've had Stoke City. Stoke City in the FA Cup. Everyone gives me their account. Howard opening the window and going do it for that. What was that like? Because that was such a key game, because they were a tough side, weren't they?
The Victoria Ground was a hard place to go to.
Yeah.
We went out to warm up. It's not like nowadays. There's cones everywhere and they do a marathon, don't they? We just went out, got a couple of balls and knocked it about a bit and all this. And Nev didn't have a goalkeeping coach in them days, did he? So I used to go lash a couple of balls at him, kind of thing. So I knocking the ball with him. So Colin called everyone in. No, Nev. Nev went, why do I need to go in? I'm not going in. So he gives me the gloves. So I've got the gloves on. I'm in goal. He's taking shots at me. This is in the FA Cup. I'm thinking, Evertonians everywhere. I'm down all over the bit.
So you could play in goal as well?
Well, I could have done, yeah. But Nev was in goal, so I thought, I'll leave him.
Yeah. He was all right.
He was okay for not bad, now and again.
Yeah.
And then we went in, sat down and putting our gear on, kind of thing. And he opened the windows in the Victoria. At the Victoria Ground, there was the crowd were just behind the windows. We could, You could hear them.
Yeah.
Just there, and you could hear the Everton supporters. Unbelievable. You couldn't believe the noise that was coming. And all he said was, that's it. That's all you need to know is that. And we went out, and that was it.
I was there.
Fantastic.
That struck me. It was an unbelievable game.
The noise was unbelievable.
Was crazy.
Couldn't believe it.
And a 2-0 win. Alan Harper scored that day.
He did, yeah.
And Gray, and Andy Gray, and it was a brilliant win. And that set us up. And we played them the week later there in the league and 3-1-1. Remember, it was...
it's always the way, though.
Yeah, you've done the art. But just before that, obviously the Coventry game, I meant to just talk about the 0-0 at home and the cushions. I never had a cushion of good, I don't know if we had them, but they were getting rained down.
I never knew they had cushions.
Till he started to... Yes, yeah.
Till he started coming down. I thought, well, where's they come from?
He's brought them in. But I mean, what was that like? Was there a real... Because there was loads of pressure on the manager, obviously, and said this a few times. The way it is nowadays, he probably wouldn't have survived because of social media and everything, but obviously Philip Carter stuck by him the board. Was there a worry at that time in the dressing room that he might sort of be sacked? Because we had that 0-0, and then we got battered 3-0 by Wolves, who were a bit rubbish at Molyneux. Yeah. And there was real pressure on him. And then we went to that FA. Obviously, we had the FA Cup game, didn't we?
I think it was like we were all.
Well, Birmingham away was the one, wasn't it? Sorry, just on the week before the Stoke game, that was the one where you sort of.
Yeah, it was hard because. It was, you had that many people, new people at the club.
Yeah.
And to click, we felt it was clicking as players. We thought, we didn't feel under pressure, but it was just like, it was starting to click a little bit, and we could see things happening, you know, training and stuff like that. And then it just sort of clicked one day, and that was it. And everything just went from there. But the Coventry game was, it was cold as well.
But it was absolutely. It was one of the worst. I've got to say, it was one of the worst games of football I've ever watched.
It was the worst game I've ever seen.
Well, what Andy Gray had just come in as well, hadn't he? Obviously, Andy Gray came in, which again was another. Why are we getting this? You know, this fella who's injured. He tells a great story that he burnt half of his medical records on the way up. You know, to Everton. And the physios are like, well, you've been injured more than this, you know. And
it started like that. Yeah. And then the
NA4 line, the little thin one. And obviously, he got an assist on his debut, didn't he? Set it up for Inchie and we won the game. But he what kind of character, what was he like? Because obviously, you had Peter Reid there as well. But them two seemed to come to the fore when they got together.
Oh, I mean, Andy is Young Player of the Year, and he was also the Players' Player of the Year.
Yeah. So winning the cup final as well.
You know,
cup final.
International, Scottish International, and also Reid had played for Bolton and played lots of games. They were the ones who sort of helped everyone.
Right, yeah.
You know, get it together, because it was a young squad. Only, you know, Reid's not old, but Andy's not old, but you know, they were had more games compared to everyone else with games and stuff like that. They helped everyone.
Nice,
I mean, he probably helped Sharpie all day long, Andy.
Yeah.
And Inchie, you know, all the forwards. Really was one of them one character. We help everyone kind of thing. Also, we had Rats, who was also a great character for a young man, captain of Everton. It takes a lot of responsibility, especially at a club like Everton, especially with the captains that he had before that.
Yeah.
He took it really, he'd done it really well, kind of thing. But everyone had their own character, but them two just helped everyone, you know, slow things down, or, you know, let's get going, you know, that kind of environment was really good.
We went on an unbelievable run, because obviously that like you say, I've said this to quite a few of the lads from that team that you played in. It was like, that was, everyone talks about Oxford, and Oxford was huge, don't get me wrong, it was, but Birmingham was a massive game, and to go and win it, then go and beat Stoke, and then went on I think we lost once in about 18 games or something. It was incredible, the run. Villa at home, you know, Kevin Richardson with the ball hitting his hand late on, and then he went. I
don't know where you got.
And he tells the story, doesn't he? He went to go and do the interview. There was a big ball on the bandit.
At the plaster. plaster of Paris on his He had to go to the referee phone and say, can I play with this kind of thing? He's had a big flipping mitre butt standing on his hand. And he's going, no, I never handled it.
Didn't it? Yeah. Anyone had a look at it? Because he scores.
There wasn't VAR, by the way.
He scores in one of the games, doesn't he? And does the don't punch me arm. But, you know, we got on that run, didn't we? And we end up playing Liverpool at Wembley. I mean, what was that like to be part of? Obviously, just left them. And then 8 months later, we're at Wembley for the All Merseyside, first ever All Merseyside Cup final.
I mean, it's just a getting down there kind of thing, just to see. And at them days, it was like Liverpool, Everton supposed to go down together. It wasn't. I think it's a little bit bitter at the moment, you know. But them days, it was, you know, it was banter.
Get down any way you can.
Anywhere you can, kind of thing. Because when we were driving down and you have to, with the old Wembley, you had to go, the bus going to the big gates. You could see people actually climb. They had like windows. Do like vents, kind of, and they were climbing up it.
Helping each other up,
and people throwing tickets down and people grabbing it and going in. And I'm thinking, it must have.
There was a lot more than 100,000 in that day, wasn't there?
I was thinking that myself. I was thinking, but that's what you want to play in, don't you? These games is what we wanted to play in. We did ever so well to get to do all that kind of thing, not get beaten, all this, and getting to the finals and stuff like that. So we were on a roll kind of thing, because they were the best team in Europe.
They were,
you know, and we were giving them games every time we played them, and I mean proper games. So we were on the up as well.
Absolutely, but there was a belief. There was a real belief, wasn't there? And obviously, you know, Val Nansen would have had plaster of Paris on his hand. You'd have seen the ball.
He didn't have it, did he?
Yeah. You know, and it could have been different.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, what was it like at the end? Because obviously there's that famous walking around the Merseyside getting sung, and there's the picture with but just wouldn't happen now. But both teams just side by side for the photo.
We all knew each other because it go out for drinks as well with them, you know. And I knew most of them anyway because I'd been
a few months earlier.
So I knew all of who they were and what they were like and what characters they were, and it was good. Joe, having the photo. Afterwards, we might have said
a few days later, maybe.
So, but that's the way it was, wasn't it? That was a good little.
It was a good game. For a 0-0, it was a hell of a game. And then obviously we lost the replay at Main Road. Nev, all the saves he made, that would have been unbelievable.
And Souness as well.
And Graham Souness scoring a goal, which I think, in fact, Nev said to me, and I think he said on an interview we've done on our Everton channel, he should have saved him. He should have, considering how good he was. These better shots than that he's just caught.
I might give him a little bit that I went through a little bit.
No, he went through a few people,
but
we just
you always think Nev's going to save it.
He's going to save it,
You know, he's made that many great saves, but he shouldn't have made.
That's it, that was it. It's like a shock.
You think, how's that coming?
Yeah. We just didn't play as well in the replay, did we? No. Liverpool were better in the replay, but again.
But I think that's down to experience as well. For them, not for us. Because we're getting into that kind of phase, kind of thing, the squad, you know.
But was there a feeling in the dressing room? I know it's a few the lads have said, and remember Howard Kendall saying it, that even though there was disappointment, there was like, you know, we've just had 2 games against them. They're the best in Europe, and we're as good, or you know, we're certainly coming, and we had the FA Cup still to go.
We were getting to their level quicker than they thought we would. So I think it was disappointment, but we knew that we would get there,
right? And
I think we did get to their level, kind of thing. At time better.
Well, there was obviously to be bumps. We had the FA Cup semi-final underneath with the late header of Highbury, another, you know, one of the great goals, great images.
Does he?
No, he's not mentioned it much, in all fairness. But obviously winning that one, and then we finished the season quite well in the league. Just ticking along, got up to 7th.
I
think it was 7th, I think, done really well. And then obviously we had the cup final at Wembley. You were subbing that, but what was it like being you know, the day at Wembley, and obviously there was Freddie Starr and all of this. So for your first season to end up in 2 cup finals, well, 2 wasn't it, with the League Cup?
Yeah.
What was it?
You know, when you leave Liverpool, you think you're not going to get that kind of thing. You just want to play football kind of thing. So that's why you leave a club like that, and then you get to a club that's on the up, and it's getting to finals. You think, oh, bless it, this is what you want. Yeah. Then the cup final as well is just mental. Yeah. You know, with Freddie Starr and things like that. You know, it's a cup final. He's waking you up at 8:30 in the morning. You're thinking, gee, what the bloody hell's that noise? I went out the window and there's Freddie Starr doing his act. Yeah. And you think, God almighty.
Because it was such a big occasion. Yeah. Sadly, it's just not the same now. But then it was like the telly coverage started at 9. It was the whole day.
The whole day. It was 9 o'clock onwards. As a kid, that's what I used to watch. The full lot.
The build-up.
The build-up, you know, from the morning. The teams. Because you used to have reporters on the bus.
Yeah, they were on the bus, helicopter above and all that,
and going into the stadium.
So what was it like when the windows opened and you're there going, it's cup final morning, Freddie Starr's disappearing down holes and telling Andy Gray looks like him and all that? What was it like?
He did look like him.
He was right. He did look like him, yeah.
You think, have I dreamt it? You think, I'm looking and
who did you room with?
But Nev at the time. So he's looking out the window going, I know what Nev's like.
Well, yeah.
You could well imagine what he was saying.
Wasn't impressed maybe as others.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm looking out thinking, what the hell's going on here? It's cup finals. There's flipping people running around and TV and everything. God, going down for your breakfast. There's all people around. You know, supporters would be in the hotel with you. It wasn't like you're
locked away,
security guard and all that. No. Don't have any of that. It was just you're having breakfast with everyone else, kind of thing. Which is, I think that's what I used to love about the FA Cup. Lost it a little bit, I think, the FA Cup. It's a shame, but.
And it was amazing. Obviously, we won. Yeah. We won the game. I'm saying to you before we started, it's the one sub thing. Yeah. There's one sub, you know, and maybe this is a little insight into Howard, but. And I was telling James, young James, we're 2-0 up in a game that's over. Where's the get Alan Harper on for a few minutes at the end,
for 5 minutes,
just to be part of the day, you know, playing on the day. I mean, was there the way the game went? Obviously, Nev has to make a big save early on, and then after that, we were in. So once Graham Sharp scored, it was easy, it was comfortable. Yeah. Andy Gray's great towering header. You know, Tim Sherwood wasn't happy, but you know, nothing wrong with that.
He should have caught it.
He should have caught his own fault.
So
and didn't he have a red goalie top as well? So there you go. What was it like for you? Because obviously you're part of it and you're well versed in it now. You are the 12th man, as they say. You were the sub that day, and other lads weren't on the bench and that. But what is it like sitting there as the clock's ticking? Because you obviously want the trophy because you're part of that. But you must have been thinking, come on.
I was just thinking.
Were you doing your stretches in front of him, lunges?
Well, like Cheese used to do.
Yeah, you know, just remind him.
No, I was never one for, you know, get me on. Okay. I want to get on kind of thing. Yeah. I was part of it kind of thing, you know. Yeah, so, you know, it's not a massive bench. You know, it's only Colin, Mick Eaton, John Clinkard, Howard. Yeah, and that was it. And me on the bench. So, you know, you'd warm up thinking, I might get on here. But he wasn't like that. He wasn't going to go, oh, bring him off and you go on. Because if something had happened, he was like,
he'd look
leave it as it is. We're struggling. We need to get a draw out of it or whatever. Yeah. He might do it then. But he was always, no, you're not going on just yet, just in case. Yeah. But I can understand that. I can understand that. Nowadays, you can put.
It wasn't like the level was going to drop that well, you know.
Well,
but if
you don't know. You
don't know.
You don't know, do you? So you know, they might have, when I came on and someone had scored.
Then
there's I should have
1 minute left.
1 minute left would have been.
Yeah.
But I was part of that team.
Yeah.
Squad.
Well, you 38 appearances, 1 goal that season, 33 starts. So You know, you've moved. You played a lot of games.
Yeah, but it's one of them things, isn't it?
Well, what was it like at the
other people didn't get it.
Of course, didn't even.
We're talking Andy King, we're talking Richard, we're talking other people.
Other players who've missed out on games.
Missed out on it completely, kind of thing. So I'm lucky in that respect. It's just luck.
Yeah. That you were part of it. Yeah. Was it obviously the final whistle? We've won the game.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable.
Celebration times. John Bailey with his silly hat.
He's still got it. I'm pretty sure he's made a new one. Man.
Yeah, you think Trigger's brush from Field Norton. Yeah,
he's got that against him.
There's something it's gluing it on. It sticks out.
So you're part of it, aren't you? You're just part of that.
Yeah.
Winning.
Well, you're in history then, aren't you? You become an Everton legend because you're part of that thing.
And where I've come from as well, you think, this will do me. I'm flipping Scouser as well. And you think, I'm flipping in the FA Cup and won the FA Cup. Yeah. As a kid growing up.
Yeah, someone had offered you that in the lumberyard. You'd have been all right, wouldn't you?
I would have took it all day long.
You'd throw with the lads in the lumberyard, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of them things, isn't it? I'm just lucky.
When you come back pre-season then, was obviously we'd had a really good second half of the season, haven't we, resulting in we're in Europe. You know, was there a feeling coming into the squad that what was about to happen was going to happen? Because obviously we played Liverpool at Wembley. We beat Liverpool at Wembley in the Charity Shield. So there's another little trophy on the side and another feather in the cap of the team to go. Because I remember there was a documentary about Merseyside in the 80s. I don't know whether it's Alan Hansen who says it, but there's one of the Liverpool players who said, well, it might have been Mark Lawrence, was like, we knew they were good, but we didn't expect it, and they were there, and we thought these aren't going away, and that Charity Shield sort of...
I think when we came back for pre-season as well, I think because the FA Cup win has made us think we could...
Well, you winners then, aren't you? Winners.
We could be better than 7th, and we could win the FA Cup again, or the League Cup, or we're in Europe, and we could
have a go, maybe,
have a go at that as well. So in our heads, we were going to do well this year, and pre-season was usual pre-season kind of thing, you know.
Couple of drinks with Howard, maybe.
I don't.
Can't remember.
Can't remember that.
Can't divulge it.
Just in case the wife's listening.
Yeah. No, Brific Orange. That's all I meant.
That's all right. That's fine.
There,
So everything was up. We were bubbling. We were going somewhere. We all thought we were going to do well that year, and it came about, kind of thing.
First 2 games weren't great, were they?
No.
Before one at home by Spurs after winning, and then got beat at West Brom. And then obviously we were on live on the
Especially
Friday.
After winning the FA Cup, the first game, you think, hey, all the car were up for it.
Run round with the cup before the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were like,
4-1.
This is great. John Theodosi had the stormer. Yeah.
So we thought, oh, God bless us, what's going on here? But just, it clicked again.
Well, we had the Friday night live game at Chelsea, didn't we? Which was the third game, the silver kit. Yeah. And Kevin Richardson scored and we won 1-0. And from them, we sort of, that was it then. Just into that run. And we go to, we had a big shock against UCD. 0-0 over there. What were them games like for you? Because obviously, we were expected to just brush these aside, 3 or 4 comfortable. And 0-0 over there, little tight ground, wasn't it?
I think it was one of the hardest games we had, kind of thing, because you automatically in your head you think that's Republic of Ireland, we're fine, but
we'll be all right.
No problem. University of Dublin, okay, we'll get rid of them easy. It's such a hard thing. We were in the bus going to the game. The bus had stopped the lights, and there was kids trying to open the boots to get all the kit out. Bloody hell, there was kids everywhere telling open the boot to get
some gear,
wanted all the gear, kind of thing. So when we got to the game, it was like pitch. The pitch is the same, but the ground was really tight, and we were lucky to get away with 0-0 in the end. But I thought, come on, this should be better than this.
But even the home game,
exactly.
We scored Graham Sharp. I remember we had to wear our away kit with yellow on. Graham Sharp scores after 10 minutes at the Park End, and thinking, this will be 4 or 5, whatever. And it's 1-0. And they had if you remember, they had a free kick in about the last minute at the Park, and thinking, this goes in, we're out. we're out. I'm gone. And I think Nev saved it, or it goes over, and you're just like, wow.
I went over, Nev never saved it.
No. And that's it, and you've like scraped through, and then we didn't have a struggle like that for the rest of the competition.
It's weird, isn't it? But they're always going to be hard, because they've got nothing to lose at all, and they just went for it, and they were kicking crap out of everyone.
Yeah. So, competitive, Val.
Yeah, that's the way.
Probably the nice way.
Shite out of everyone.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Against teams like that. There's an FA Cup when you're playing.
You've got everything to lose, haven't you?
When they were all in it. So it's hard.
We obviously go to Bratislava, win there. Paul Bracewell header.
Into
Bratislava, and then beat them 3-0.
That was a flipping place as well, wasn't it? A bit different now, by the way.
I was going to say, what was it like then? Because it was Everton go behind the iron curtain. Thinking,
exactly.
What's this big curtain?
It was.
What was that like to go and obviously be in Europe?
Different. The ground was massive, kind of thing, and the pitch was.
Yeah, the running track
around it, and the tunnel was a mile from the dressing room. It was like a cover over it was a proper tunnel.
Yeah.
You went out and then went onto the pitch. But they have them tunnels because of the crowd, because they throw everything in. Yeah. But there wasn't that many there, but it was hard. It was really hard, because you're in a different environment.
Yeah. And obviously inexperienced at that time. Even everyone, really, as a club, weren't we?
I think it was only Andy who played in Europe, kind of thing. Yeah. So it was a bit hard for everyone.
Yeah.
And but we got through it.
Yeah, and we beat them 3-0 at home. I was selling James again the other day. And into Bratislava at home, Goodison was... It wasn't quite full, but there was a lot there. And in them days, it was slightly different. So when they done the attendance, they said 25,000. Everyone burst out laughing, because there was about 40,000 there. And it was in the days where it was cash gates, so make it that what you will. But everyone would just start laughing, and you go, 25? There was no spaces.
Can I say, when you were playing as well, and that came over the tannoy, everyone just went, what? Everyone just looked around and thought, there's no way.
No.
That's 20. There's more than 20.
It held 54,000.
We're all going, there's no way in hell there's 25. So I'm thinking, 25 for you, 25 for me.
Helmet, that's what it is. Someone's kept a straight face saying it. We had, obviously, I think that, did you get injured early on in that? Because I was going through the games, and I think it was about 84, 85 season. Were you injured in the start of it? Because it took a while for you to get in the side, but
I can't remember.
Played against Villa, and we'd had a few games where we didn't win, but we beat Villa. You played in that, we won 2-1. We won at Anfield 1-0, which was huge. Graham Sharp's volley, the first time we'd won.
I played in that one,
Yeah, you were in that one. The first time we'd won there in 14 years in the league. I mean, what was that like?
Oh, flipping.
Going there.
We did ever so well, by the way, because
they beat us 3-0 the year before, didn't they, in the live game before Christmas, and then to go back the year later.
Yeah, we worked our socks off that day, by the way.
Yeah.
And stopped them from playing.
Yeah.
If you get away from Anfield at that time, 0-0, you think, well, even now, I suppose. You know,
you've done all right.
You've done all right. And when Gary put the long ball and Sharpie hit the volley, I thought, wow, that's some goal, by the way.
Yeah.
Just went for him completely, and everyone just went like, and supporters were coming from every. It's one days where you could
just pop up everywhere,
and they were popping out. I think, where'd they come from? I think Camden Road and everything.
They're coming out.
They're coming out from everywhere. Oh wow, that's a proper goal, by the way.
Some goal that, wasn't it? Beat. We had 3 wins. We beat United 5-0.
Yeah, she did that.
Yeah, they got 2 that day.
I mean,
destroyed them that day.
I know.
Destroyed them. And then when I played them a few days later in the League Cup, playing that, we won there.
Yeah.
Beat them 2-1. We were just on that run, weren't we? And we were just playing absolutely superbly. The season went on. It just trickled on with win after win. Obviously, big thing in that year was losing Inchie. You know, the Sheffield, the ACL, when he was on fire, wasn't he?
Oh, he's flying.
He's going to play for England. And
flying at the time.
All of that. We had
Brian Marwood did him like, it was not far from where the dugouts were. And Clinks went on.
You could hear the scream.
Clinks went on, and he knew Clinks straight away, kind of thing. He wanted to carry on. So I'm all right, Clinks. she what?
Yeah, don't think
Leg
so.
was hanging off, like. So he just wanted to catch. But he came to all the games, away games, and everything. So he was still involved. And I would like that. You know, if we were injured, he'll try and get in and come down the coach at Friday and, you know, away games and stuff like that. Everyone would have to be at the home game if you're injured and that kind of thing.
Right, okay.
Which is it's not a big squad, but it kept everyone together.
Everyone tight.
You know,
because Andy Gray couldn't get in, could he? And he'd been influential, but obviously couldn't play in the FA Cup. They're playing the FA Cup, couldn't play in the League Cup. And then he's been really well, scored a goal in the FA Cup final. Then he's out because Heath and Sharp are scoring every week, and he's the one, isn't he? And then obviously there was a real fear when Inchie got. Were we going to slow down here? Because him and Sharp are unbelievable. Gray come in, and even though he didn't score, we still carried on winning, did we?
They sort of, Andy went further forward, and Sharpie did like Inchie's job kind of thing, you know, where he came off and dropped on, you know, like Inchie used to do, but he'd go long as well. So it sort of didn't upset anyone. Yeah,
it didn't change the things we were doing.
It was hard for Inchie.
Watching that.
In this day and age, ACL is it. In them days, it was a flipping long time. By the way, it's a hard one to get over that one. A lot of times, players would finish on that. Yeah. We had the mentality to flip and
to get through
it all.
You played second half of the season, we're winning. Obviously, going well in the cup, going well. Although we'd had the maddest game I think I went to that season was Grimsby at home. When we had about 40 shots and Paul Wilkinson headed it in the last minute. We got
and then we signed him.
It was crazy, and then Howard signed. It was a mad game. We absolutely battered them, destroyed them.
It was weird, wasn't it?
And they got a free kick near the end. Lombard headed it in. It was just like we just weren't meant. We weren't meant
was it?
to get
you
through.
Think, we're not going to win this one.
Could have gone all night. Yeah. We carry on. We get Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Which was they were some team. They were unbelievable. And obviously you played in the Olympic Stadium over there. And
me and Richo played in the left, and I played in the right. So I took Trevor's place and Richo took Sheeds' place. Yeah. But I would wanted us to not have this 4-4-1-1 kind of thing, formation, where to stop them from playing. Yeah. Because we get them back to Goodison, we got half a chance, by the way. So we did ever so well 0-0 because they were the top.
They were unbelievable.
Team,
well, they should have really been in the European Cup. They were that good. People were saying they're the best at that time. They're the best in Europe and all that.
Yeah, they were flying. So we
hell of a performance.
Great results. I thought we got half a chance getting them back to Goodison. Yeah. Midway flipping Goodison with the lights on. Gee whiz. And then it was then days you had the defences. Remember?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. No.
We couldn't.
That was in the front row with the Gladys Street.
Hanging on to the bars.
Yeah. Got off school early.
There was 5 subs that day. There was 5, wasn't it? We could have 5 subs in Europe,
which was great.
It was mad.
Like, get subs in Europe, but back in the league you can't get. It was absolutely. You hang on a minute every week. Obviously, the Bayern game at Goodison unbelievable. Turned it 1-0 down, and the second half come out and battered them, didn't we? And Reedy with his leg hanging off, and their manager moaning, even though they were putting some tackles in by the way, weren't they?
The best game I've seen without playing. Honest to God, it was brilliant.
Do you remember how quiet it was when they scored, though?
It just 50. You could drop.
It was mad, yeah.
You could drop a pin and
it was mad.
But they didn't have a lot of support.
No, they were shoved up in the top balcony, I think, in the corner.
So they couldn't hear them.
No.
So you sit on the bench and you think, fucking these are good. We're never going to. We got the goal back and the crowd just went bang. Yeah. And then all the banter really started kicking people, and there was all kinds of going on. Everyone was kicking everyone, and they were moaning that their bench and their coaches are getting up, and the bench they were having to go back, and the crowd were hanging over with the dugout. There was fences. They were hanging on the fences. Having a go at the flipping gym. I thought, flipping, this is scary. This, but Great. I wish it had photos of it. It was brilliant. Honest to God, it was brilliant.
Unbelievable. And obviously made it to the Cup Winners' Cup final, and then won the league. Just carried on, ticking along beautifully.
I think we could have won the treble.
Well, that was it. I mean, the QPR game at home, we'd had the win at Sheffield. Nev was unbelievable. That Hillsborough, wasn't it? Saves he made from Varady was one. former Everton striker, of course. And then we come QPR at home, which was just a case of crossing the game off, wasn't it? Routine, which is what you want, Dexy. And then great header from Sharp, and that's the league. I mean, what was it like running around with the championship going? And gone, I've just moved from Liverpool, won the FA Cup.
In 3 years of FA Cup, European League.
Yeah. It's not bad,
is it? In the league.
It's not bad, is it?
Well, I would have took any of them.
Any of it, yeah.
But it's fantastic, isn't it? Because you could see the smiles on all the faces, the crowd. Because a few years, it's been a hard one. It's been hard, like, kind of thing, since we last won it, kind of thing, them years, and especially getting beat by Liverpool 5 that day. And after that, it sort of clicked on a bit. Yeah. So it was absolutely fantastic. And
then we've still got an FA Cup final to play, but the Cup Winners' Cup first, and Rapid Vienna. And even though we were a much better side, they were a good side, and they had Hans Krankel there.
Hans Krankel, his ankle.
His ankle, yeah. And to go and beat them again, tremendous results. And what was that like? Just experience.
I mean, it's just the European thing, innit? You get your sub on the day, you get your tracksuit. Everyone got the European Cup Winners final. Yeah. You think, wow, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Little things fixed on and all that.
Sticks in your head, kind of thing. So it's just one of them great moments, because the Everton supporters, where they came from, they must have come from everywhere. And I feel it was hard because we won the league. And was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday we played in the final. And then on the Saturday we played the FA Cup
final.
So we come back on the Thursday morning because there was no flights, and we had to get a flight the Thursday morning. Then train the Friday morning and drive down to Wembley on the Friday. I'm not too sure that anyone would do that nowadays. They'd give it at least.
Yeah, there'd be a kick-off.
It'd be murder about it now. We did them 3. So we could have easily done the treble in that week, which would have been scary when you think about it. But
it's so the United game. Obviously, the Cup Winners' Cup was unbelievable, fully deserved.
Yeah,
great.
all day long.
Krankel scores, and then we kick off, and Sheedy just smashes it in for 3, and it's like job done.
It could be more.
Yeah, we battered them. We'd had a goal disallowed first. That we battered them. It was easy. It was an easy. Yeah, for a cup final.
For the final, you think. God.
And you see some of the people put it up every now and again. Some of the football, we just keep the ball for 40. It's so easy.
I get fed up with all it. And the 80s, it was long ball and all that stuff. And you think, just watch a couple of games. Liverpool in the 80s, and they most teams passed the ball.
Yeah, there was some beat teams, but that was what made it.
You have to play long.
Yeah.
But most of the time it was playing on the floor, and especially in that game, we passed it around. Brace was unbelievable that day.
Paul Bracewell was never really mentioned him. He came in that summer and was fantastic with Reed.
Passed it around. It was unbelievable. There's so much time on the ball. You think we're never going to get that again. It was just brilliant.
It was just amazing. And we go to Wembley, and we were massive favourites, of course. We beat United. We'd everyone, and you're right. Everyone I've spoke to said we just had another day or so, because it was a hot.
You could have a bit of Sunday as well.
Yeah, an extra day you might do, because we come. I know cup finals are never the best teams sort of never play to. They win or lose, but they never perform the way you'd expect it, because it's the occasion. But it was a warm day. I remember being in the tunnel end that day, and it was roasting, and Reedy hit the post early on.
Yeah.
They had Kevin Moran sent off, and that sort of changed it, didn't it? Because they just sat in, didn't it?
Exactly, yeah. So for us then.
Yeah, we just didn't really get going, and
I think that was the worst thing that happened.
It was. Moran, because I think it was 11 v. You never say.
Moran was stupid, really, because it was Reedy. He was never going to run away from him.
No, there was no chance he was
never going to run away from him, was he?
But Whiteside scored a goal. I mean, Nev still says he should have saved it. And it was a goal. It was a hell of a goal. Maybe Pat should have got tighter to him.
Pat gave him that angle.
Give him the angle to bend it,
kind of thing.
Yeah. Should have showed on the outside.
Because he was never going to run.
And not with his right foot either.
So Norman. He's a great footballer.
Yeah, it's tremendous footballer.
His left foot was like a wand. He was a bit like Sheeds. in that respect. You know, he could do anything with his left. He'd bend it in, and he bent it in. And you think, he's got past Never. You think, I don't think we were ever likely to win that one.
It was mad, you know, that goal, because I remember, I can still see it, so vivid. He hit it, and I just expected it
took ages.
But I just expected it to, you know, carry on past the post. And I remember it caught the side net and bounced up behind Never, and then Aaron, that raw was just like, because in them days, said this loads of times, I'd always want the opposition to score first, because I go, you're in trouble now, because we're going to switch it on. And I remember we had a corner near the end in extra time, and I think Derek Mountfield flicked it on it. I don't know whether it hit the bar or they headed it away off, and it was sort of like the last couple of minutes, and it was like, we're not going to score. And,
it's one of them.
But, you know, the next...
And also, like you say, it was hot that day. Well, and
extra time. And
you fly back. We talked about flying back. In them days, we didn't have a private plane.
No,
it was like you shoved on the flipping plane and you fly back, and then you're on a bus the day after. And then it's hot that day, and a big, you know, Wembley, we had that, everyone gets tired in Wembley, didn't they? You know, so it was always going to be a hard one for us, but them going down to 10 men, they were always going to defend them. At the end, when they scored the goal, they were getting even further back as well. So.
What was it like being on the bus the next day? There was the famous 2 out of 3 ain't bad sign and all that, which is absolutely right. But what was it like going
on? Well, it started
the league. You just said we're going to win the league.
And got in the final the other 2, you would have gone, okay.
But to win the first and the only European trophy Everton have ever won, you're part of that squad. What was it like being on the bus? I think it was quite lively. A few of the lads have said on that bus the next day. Lots of Britvic. I think I remember
Britvic and lemonade and stuff like that.
Bit of water.
Is that the one? Oh, wasn't that one, was it?
Rehydrated. Because I know the year later when he made us go round in Liverpool, well, with the arm, there was people weren't happy. Lot got offered. Few got offered by Belfield and didn't carry on. But forget that. What was it like going on victorious and seeing everyone?
You know, when you're growing up, this is the things that you want to do.
Yeah, you want to experience it.
Bus and go around the city
that you're from.
Because as a kid, you see all this going on.
Yeah.
And you're on top of the bus.
You're part of it.
You can see family and friends all dotted round and kind of thing. It's unbelievable. It's a great thing to remember as well, you know.
Yeah.
And see how many supporters are there. Not unbelievable.
The next, obviously, start the next season, win the Charity Shield, beat United at Wembley. Everyone's buzzing. Gary Lineker's come in. How good was Gary Lineker?
Oh, in front of goal. Gee whiz.
I still say he's probably the best centre forward I've ever seen at Everton. That's in terms of just finishing. Not hold up playing up, but as a finisher, as a striker, as a prop goal. He was unbelievable.
You could say 99% every time he got in the box, you think he's going to hit the target.
Yeah.
And that, did we change our way of playing? I don't know. You know, Gary was Gary kind of thing, and what can you do? He scored 40 odd goals. Yeah. We still never won the league.
No.
Any other time. But I think other people weren't scoring either. You know, the year Sheeds was scoring loads of goals, Sharp was scoring loads.
No, what's mad though? I looked at the goals, and I'm sure we scored 2 goals less. I think that was it. And everyone goes, we changed the way we're playing. We didn't do this, and I was like,
Seven didn't score as many goals, or
but Gary was scoring, so it did.
I think when Sharp and Andy and Ince were playing, other people were scoring as well. Which you know, Derek was scoring.
Derek got 15, didn't he? One season,
he scored for the centre half. But now it's unbelievable.
Everton haven't been able to get a striker that does that for years. Anyway, never known a bloody centre back.
So you know, it was a funny one because we should have won it.
Well, you know just people. We'll skate over that because it didn't end great for Everton with that, you know, who won the 2 trophies. But was it a shock, Andy Gray going? Because I know he said he's shocked. Fans, because he was sub at Wembley in the Charity Shield. So we just beat United, then he come back and scored. It was great to have him back. Lineker was there. And obviously, when you think back, you go, well, 1 sub, 4 strikers doesn't really work. No. I know Ince could play midfield, but it felt from a fan's perspective as a huge loss because he'd been instrumental to what we'd done.
And because when you find out that, you think, where did that come from? That's come from left field kind of thing.
Yeah.
Never expected that kind of thing.
And he says he said he should have stayed.
Yeah.
He says he should have just said,
I think if he'd have stayed, he would have helped us.
Yeah.
As a
at
squad,
different times.
You know, but unless they found all his
medical record.
Stuff, and they found out really what was his medical stuff.
On. Yeah.
But it was a shock to everyone.
The European ban as well. Obviously, we just won the league. We just won the European Cup, Winners' Cup. We've beaten a lot of people regarded as the best or one of the best teams in Europe in terms of Bayern Munich. So there you go. We were the best in Europe. Yeah. How much of a blow do you think for the football club and the players was that?
I think it was a big blow, that.
Yeah.
Because that year, Trevor left, Gary Stevens left, they all went. They wanted to play in Europe because they had the taste of it now, and they wanted to go. Howard left as well.
Yeah, just followed on, didn't it?
Just like people will leave, kind of thing, you know. And I can understand why they left because of the European. And I was on the top of his form at the time. He was one of the best managers in the world, you know, because what he'd done. So I can understand why he was going. I can understand the players going as well. But it's hard. It was really difficult for us not to play. So you want to play in the European Cup, don't you? Or Champions League, as they call it. I think we would have been close.
Well, the '86 final was Steaua Bucharest, Barcelona, penalties. You know,
it was an awful game as well.
Terrible.
Remember,
and we'd have blitzed both of them.
That's what I'm saying. I think we would have been close.
Yeah, definitely. We had Lineker and he was scoring all sorts of goals. I mean, that year played loads of games, and one of the we were really good. We were brilliant. I always maintain 86 we were the best team, and we didn't win it. And 87 actually thought Liverpool were better than us, and we won it.
I know.
So the two of them, it's just the way it worked. Both were great teams, but just when I think back, but I highlighted that year was winning at Anfield again. Mr. Harper coming on at half time, getting 2 assists.
Did I?
2 assists, yeah.
Who scored the goal sheets?
Squared one for Ratters.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Brucey bonus for the goal.
I did actually say when I passed it to him, do not shoot. And he did. And to be fair, it wasn't the best shot I've ever seen.
maybe Bruce took his eye off it. And
I think he took his 2 eyes off.
Well, I think so. And then he played the ball through for Gary Lineker, and he ran through him. And that was his 30th goal.
Who did he come on for? I can't remember. Was it Brace?
Was it Bracewell at half time? It might have been. You played in the centre. Played in centre mid. But great left-footed through ball to Lineker. Knocked it in at the Kop. It was his 30th goal of the season.
Was it?
It was the first time he'd ever scored 30.
Against
and against Liverpool at the Kop.
So he didn't do a Sheeds one, did he?
No, he didn't. He just ran away. Quite happy. You came running and jumped right on the top of them. So again, you didn't give it the all. Sorry. But 2 assists.
I don't get that. I just don't get people doing that. If you score a goal,
celebrate it.
Celebrate the blasted thing, innit?
Yeah. Who knows? Anyway, but that was a big win to win there again. 2 years on the run, which is, we haven't won.
That's never happened.
Never a good. Well, I think we've won at Anfield 5 times. I think in my lifetime, or 6.
Jeez.
So to win twice on the run, and I'm only 27, So it's one of them.
There's laughter in the background.
Oh God, yeah, there was. Yeah, who else is laughing? Only 3 of us in here. That season we lost it. Oxford was the one everyone points to, but when I was going back through just to refresh, we were winning 1-0 at Luton with 8 minutes left and we got beat 2-1.
Yeah.
We drew at Forest 0-0 when they weren't great. We missed a half full of chances at Forest on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Either of those 2 games we'd have won the league. We go to Forest, draw 0-0 and then go to Oxford. The famous Gary Lineker forgetting his boots excuse, which I don't know whether you want to give me any more info on that, but he had a nightmare that night. We were just saying, most times he went through, it was a goal, wasn't it?
99%.
Yeah, and
you think that's a goal.
That night he missed about 4 really good chances.
Easy chances.
Les Phillips scored right at the end.
Blamed his boots.
Did he? So he forgot his boots? No.
He never took his boots anyway.
He went in the skip, didn't he?
Kit.
So were his boots there and he just couldn't find them, or weren't they packed? Or...
I believe they were there.
They were there, but he just didn't locate them.
He didn't see them.
Maybe he needed that. You know, when you should whistle for your keys and that thing, maybe he needed one of them in the bottom of his boots. But listen, Les Phillips scored, and I remember Liverpool won at Leicester that night, and it meant on the Saturday if they won, they won the league, and we beat Southampton.
They beat Chelsea, didn't
they? Dalglish scored at Chelsea early on, and we beat Southampton 6-1. I remember, I've said this before, but I remember that Southampton game. It went round the ground, Liverpool were getting beat, and we were drawing 0-0 after about 20 minutes. And I remember Gary Lineker going to
Was that on social media, that radio?
The fella who's at the back, and it just used to go round, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Chelsea are winning. It must have been Liverpool. Chelsea are winning. I remember Gary Lineker going to Chelsea and giving it all out, and we scored 4 goals in about 10 minutes. That's how good we were. Yeah. We battered them, and obviously we came on second half, and you knew what score it was, so everyone was a bit flat. We win the game 6-1, and we then beat West Ham, didn't we? And then lost the cup final, which again, getting up for that cup final.
It's amazing, Baz. All these things you're talking about. There's a cup final, leagues, cup final leagues, all in them.
Just in them few years.
So quite, Chelsea Shields and things like that, all in them.
It's unbelievable, really.
Long time. It's like in 5 years.
You left Liverpool in 83, 84 season.
Yeah.
We won the FA Cup at the end of your first season. We won the Charity Shield. We then win the league and the Cup Winners' Cup and get to the FA Cup final in your second season. We win the Charity Shield at the start of your third season. We're runners up and we're in an FA Cup final. This is in 3 years. 3 years after you agreed, when you had your Briefing. If I were Kendall would have said to you that day, the end of a 3-year cycle, you'll have won the FA Cup, the league, the Cup Winners' Cup, being in 3 cup finals as well. FA played in the League Cup final. You'd have surely he wouldn't have had any hands left.
Chop my hands off all day long.
Martin,
you can't think. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
To be fair,
it's when you step it back, you go, hang on, we weren't bad.
Yeah.
We've had bad.
I think. Well, I know what you mean.
We were amazing.
We were really good as a squad.
Amazing.
It was a squad. 15 of us, 16 of us. It's a squad. It's not a squad nowadays, but it's a squad.
It was then, the way the rules were.
And most people played a lot of games as well, like I said to before. If you got injured, you didn't want to own up that you'd been injured or got injured because you just wanted to get back in again.
Yeah.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Like Reedy and all them, they were always going to get back in, and Sheeds and all these people were always going to get back in.
Yeah.
But it was always a hard one for them to say, no, I can't play. I've got a bit of a twinge. There was never any of that. Everyone wanted to play because we were doing so well.
That's it.
You just want to keep playing.
And you want to make sure you're in that 11, don't you? And obviously we have the FA Cup final. Gary Lineker scores. We're playing him off the park. We've had Kevin Sheedy really should have made it 2-0 just after half time. Right foot, put it wide. They equalised. Then Grobbelaar makes that save from Graham Sharp at 1-1. Unbelievable save. Don't know how he jumps so high. And then Gary Stevens tries to bend it round the biggest player on the pitch, the widest great player, but the widest player on the pitch, in Jan Molby. And
the widest player.
Well, he's trying to bend. I'm just wondering why he's trying to bend it round.
To bend it into the stand.
Get it. Exactly. Just smash it long.
Jan,
hell of a footballer, but if they'd gone long, we might have been.
High, he couldn't have jumped.
No, we wouldn't have jumped. But listen, Ian Rush, Craig Johnston, wasn't it? Then Ian Rush, and he win the game 3-1, and so that was a hammer blow, obviously losing both to them. But we come, the end of that season, I think, where you'd had 36 appearances, a goal in that as well. We come back, Charity Shield again at Wembley. Well, that's the draw, isn't it, with Liverpool at 1-1-1, and she scores, and Rush.
Was it penalties after?
No, did you just the shake of the hands, wasn't it? So you both win it.
Yeah.
So it's another win for us. Yeah. But you go down as winners because we won. Basically, we won 4 Charity Shields on the run. You scored. You start the season. You scored against Oxford in September. The first goal. We won 3-1 in that. You scored against Villa in January. You're playing more in midfield.
You scored more 107. It sounded like I scored more than I scored about 100 goals.
No, you're not 100. I think that's a bit optimistic, Al, to be fair. But
I was a kid.
You were scoring goals.
I scored thousands.
You scored thousands. But you're in the team more that year because we did. You're talking about a squad. Paul Power had come in the summer as well.
We had a lot of injuries. Flipping it.
You were playing everywhere.
I played in centre midfield about 30 odd times.
Yeah, you were in.
Because Reedy was in, your Brace was in, getting injured, and it was difficult. But there you go, Wilco and squad team.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, really, when you think about it.
Well, he pieced it together, didn't he, early as well? And you all got in and done absolutely brilliantly. You scored a key goal in April against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Scored the winner at Stamford Bridge, which was... It took us top of the league that day.
Did you?
Everyone talks about we'd had key wins a little bit earlier.
Maggie scored, didn't he?
But you scored. That was such an important win at Chelsea because obviously Liverpool were right on our tails as well because the pair of us were going for it. It was such a big win at Chelsea, and you got the winner. 13 minutes to go. Took us top of the league. And then
Baggy scored it?
I think he might have scored the first goal, and then it went.
Is that from my corner?
Probably goal and assist. Lovely little ball.
And then he
in.
Hit the post with the free kick.
You could have been.
I'm
not being funny. If the analytics were out there, Al, you were another 10 million on your price tag here.
10 million.
And we beat Norwich obviously to win the league, and
that was some journey.
Wasn't that the one where it's go? You better not go over 30 miles an hour to the coach.
Well, you couldn't anyway. Somebody sacked us. You couldn't get anywhere. Couldn't get out. It was like because there was only one road in. I think it still is. To Norwich.
Yeah.
I was getting back with Jimmy. Jimmy used to like driving quite fast, but everyone just went, if you move over 30, you're dead.
You're in trouble.
Because there was cars and Everton supporters in front and behind and taking over and all out windows and everything. It was unbelievable. That's about 5-hour journey, that.
It's a long gale hike.
Flipping good journey, that.
So that's another. There's the league now added on, so that's 2 leagues. So in that 4 years, Pat scored after 4 minutes. Reefed the net job.
Yeah, it was flipping there.
And
you wouldn't have had a better limit to start the game to score the goal, would you?
God, no. But it is when you sort of add. You had these trophies that you won and where you were competing. There is some. I sort of look at you as like the lucky charm, basically.
Yeah, I go with that.
You come and turned Everton's fortunes around.
It's all down to me.
I think so. When I'm looking at it now, I think I've stepped back here. That season, 45 appearances, 3 goals, 37 starts.
Yeah.
It was like I think that was the most you made starts-wise in a full.
Well, to be fair, there was a lot of injuries now.
Yeah, but
but I know where you're coming from. But the other ones as well who came on.
But how hard was it? How hard was it for you?
And Paul Power was brilliant.
Power was unbelievable.
He was 55.
And he was. And everyone, remember, we signed him, and what are we getting him for? He played Forrester on the opening day, and he was up against Franz Carr. And I think he got done early on, and everyone's like, and then he was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Talking about people not celebrating him when he scored at City, though.
Yeah.
He scored at City and went like that, and everyone got on his back, and he scored the week later, and then ran around like an absolute lunatic at Goodison.
What are you doing?
Well, he was told, and then when he scored at Goodison, he never stopped.
Never did it again.
He was all sorted. Obviously we win the league, and then Howard decides to leave, but before that, how hard was it for you and Kevin Richardson to be in and out? Because that when we won the league in 85, Kev scored some really important goals. The period had come in be unbelievable, and then just be back out the team again. I mean, how was that as
it's difficult because it's like anyone. You want to play week in, week out. Maybe Sunday league, Saturday league, or whatever
it is.
You want to play week in, week out. If you're not playing, it's difficult to. Or you say you had a decent game, you think, and then you're not playing the following week. You go, what do I need to do? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But in your back of your mind, going, well, this is a flipping team. This is a proper flipping team. So you're lucky to be in that position that you can get into that team.
Right, okay.
With taking up, say Reedy got injured, you're playing instead of Reedy, or Trevor got injured, or Sheeds or whatever. I mean, Richard would play, kind of thing. But we were never going to be as good as these.
Okay.
It was a proper team.
They were good players.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it wasn't like the level drop then you two come in.
No, well, it's very nice of you to say so, but...
No, but if you look at results and that, they didn't though. And I think the thing with you, we were talking before, 2 nicknames. One, Zico, because you were brilliant in every position, and the other one was obviously Bertie, because you could do all. I mean, you played right back, left back, centre back.
What's the Bertie for?
All sorts.
No.
No? Is it not?
No.
Okay, because that's what everyone...
There you go. Yeah, well, I'd go with that.
Okay, was it something worse?
It was no, not worse. It was Roy Evans at Liverpool.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Weirdly enough.
Go on.
I used to hate getting beat. I still hate getting beat now.
Yeah, okay.
In anything.
Right.
So, the apprentices used to play the staff on a Friday. They used to come for hours and hours. I mean, hours. The first team would be sitting there waiting for... I was talking about the bus going back.
Yeah.
The bus would be waiting, and the first team would be fit, because they only did about 40 minutes or something like that on a Friday. The staff would play the kids, all the apprentices. Yeah. And it was like a kind of bowling green. You had like 2 big pitches, and it was mad. Absolutely mad when you think about it. Staff against the kids, and they used to barge into the wall at you and punch you and do everything. And the games used to go on. They wouldn't, unless they were winning.
It wouldn't get stopped.
It wouldn't stop. The game wouldn't
35, 34. Stop. Yeah.
And the first thing would be going, what's going on? They'd be getting, come on. And all this.
That's stuff to do.
Ronnie Manan double footing you and Roy Evans elbowing you. And it was absolutely... Clem used to play outside. Ray Clemens used to play out, and he used to top you and stuff like that. I used to mow my head off at you, cheating and all this stuff. And have a go. I understand it now because it's character building.
Yeah.
And they wanted to see a reaction from you.
Yeah.
So it was brilliant in that way. And Ray Evans goes, we're going back a long time.
Yeah.
There's a long people who won't know this person. In Coronation Street, there was a fella called Albert Totlock. He was right moaning so-and-so.
Right.
So he used to call me Albert Totlock, and then it got shortened to Bertie, because Albert's Bertie. And that's how it started. And then when I went to Everton, Colin knew my nickname was Bertie, because him and Roy Evans on the Liverpool Everton reserves.
Yeah.
He used to shout Bertie to me.
Right, okay.
So where Colin, as soon as I got there, he went, "Oh, Bertie."
There we go.
So everyone else always called me Bertie. My mates don't call me that.
No.
It's just that the lads call me that.
Is that what it is still?
And that's what it was. But I'm happy with the Bertie Bass, because everyone goes, "Oh, Bertie Bass," all sorts.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I'll have that, yeah. I thought you'd take Zico better.
Zico's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
He was one of my favourite players. He was unbelievable for Brazil.
Yeah.
He wouldn't remember, would he?
James wouldn't have. I've got to educate James about Zico. What a player.
About football.
But what about Howard leaving then? How much of a shock was that? Or was it, did you feel it coming?
You could sort of sense it kind of thing, because we were in Europe kind of thing.
Yeah.
When we'd been away after the end of the season, we'd been to Australia, New Zealand and Hawaii for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, as you do. End of the season.
Yeah.
So on the way back, we landed I think it was Heathrow. We landed at Heathrow, and Howard's agent was there. So you think,
what's happening?
And he's not. And then he didn't. He went that way, and we all went that way to get the flight back from Heathrow to Manchester, kind of thing. So you thought this is something going on while we were away as well, kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
So it was still a shock.
Yeah.
Because he was Everton money. He played for them. He'd been
like with Barcelona the year before. Well, I mean, that's the story goes. He'd agreed to join Barcelona the season before at the end of '86, and that's why he sold. Well, that's why he sold Lineker to them, and then he was going, and he decided to stick with Terry Venables or whatever. But that's what the story goes. Whether that's, I don't know. But then off he goes to Bilbao.
It was always going to be a difficult one.
Was it natural for Colin to take? What were the lads feeling about Colin taking?
I think it was because he'd been through it all as well, kind of thing. So it was a natural thing that Colin took over. Whether he was in them days as a manager, if it had just been a coach, he would have been, because he's a coach, he's a proper coach, he is a top class coach.
Yeah.
And managing is different to coaching in them days, because you had the boardroom and you got all this and all the press and stuff like that. Colin wasn't.
He's quite private, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quite in himself kind of thing.
Yeah.
When he's on the pitch, he's flipping. He's some player, by the way. So.
He said that yesterday when he's joining training. He was like,
I used to
still unbelievable.
I used to go in and go out and while I'm going to the Belfield and going on the pitch, Colin would be in the gym with a tennis ball and just keeping the ball up with both feet, a tennis ball. He must have been. I said, how long has he been there? Yet? Half an hour. Hasn't dropped it yet. He just keep it going. I mean, tennis ball.
Yeah.
He just kept it going, and then he'd go out, and then he'd join in, and you think, what a player!
Some player.
Flipping heck, that must have been some threesome. Now flipping heck.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah. My dad said he was unbelievable, but couldn't shoot. Everything to go over the bar.
Yeah,
but
he was one of them
he's an unbelievable footballer.
Really, like.
Yeah.
Do everything, but the goal wouldn't.
Every now and again, just the way.
Like Pelly.
Yeah.
When you call that, it says something, doesn't it?
Says something, yeah. Obviously, it just didn't go as well.
I mean, he sold me.
And he sold you. Yeah, but we'll get. I mean, we won the Charity Shield again, beat Coventry. You were right back that day. You played the first 10 games of that season. There was just 2 games I wanted to point out. One, Real Madrid 6, Everton 1 in the Bernabeu, in the Bernabeu trophy. I mean, you did play in that, Alan,
I did play.
I mean, what was that like? Butragueño, I mean, what a player.
They had the proper team.
They were a good side.
We had Marshall front.
Yeah,
we had,
awesome. Bobby Mims was in goal.
Mims was in goal. I played right back. We had I forgot who the left back was. He was Spanish international. Bombing on it. They were all Michelle on the right hand side. And we had the full whack.
Did Hugo Sanchez play as well? He played, didn't he, up front? Yeah.
Oh, gee, what the hell's going on here? Well, I couldn't believe that game. It was unbelievable. We'd gone out with the pitch was like rock hard and all. We were in rubbers. Don't have to wear these kind of things. Go out, it's flipping flooded it. They've put all water on. We were slipping all up. Oh, it was changing the boots again. It was mad. And they were just pinging it from one wing to the other and back again, up to the front, keeping the ball, keep having step overs, and we're going, what the hell's going on here? Neil Poynton's on the left. I'm going, I'm thinking, geez, this is unbelievable. This is frightening, absolutely frightening. I looked at the bench and said, and Colin was sitting further and further down in the bench, going,
what can you do?
What can you do?
One of them nights.
Said he was laughing at one stage.
August 87, that was.
What it was, gee whiz.
Yeah.
And they won every trophy. The goalkeeper won a trophy. The biggest trophy I've ever seen for being the best goalkeeper in the tournament. It was only us two, innit?
There you go. It's about winning it.
Massive. It must have been 2 foot. He's standing there giving it one of them. I'm the best keeper. What Mims let 6 and he's made about flipping 20 saves.
Yeah.
He had a shot to save.
Oh my God. Sheeds put one past them, didn't he? That was it, I think. Kevin Sheedy. We also, the 87-88 season, we played Bayern Munich at Goodison and beat them 3-1 again. Which was the Mercantile Credit Football League Challenge.
Of course it is.
And Mark Hughes scored for them. We beat them 3-1. A lot of people don't seem to forget about that game, but we beat them and beat them 3-1 again.
That's a good day.
It's a good, it wasn't a bad little one. And then in December, we played Rangers in Dubai. So we played Charlton on the Saturday.
I didn't go.
No, but it was mad. We had Charlton away on the Saturday, 3-0, and then we're in Dubai on the Tuesday.
We all went down.
Yeah.
On the Charlton game.
Yeah.
And then drove to a hotel by Heathrow.
Yeah.
And he weren't going to take everyone. And the ones who didn't go to Dubai to play this game went on the bus and went back home.
So why didn't you go?
Because the
only just taking like 13 or something, whatever it was.
And that was it. So I didn't go, and it was I think 5 or 6 of us. We were on the bus. Went back to.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's the way it was, wasn't it? It was just mad.
We were beating them 2-0. Sheedy and Dave Watson scored, and then Robert Fleck and Ali McCoy scored 2 late on him. Big Robert Fleck, remember him? And we end up losing on penalties, which of course we did because we're rubbish on pens. As a club.
She couldn't take all 5 though, could
No, that was the sad thing. Just looking to, you played in the 5-0 Sheffield. Remember them? The 3 draws. The 3 draws was just going on and on. replays, and then we went to Sheffield and you played in that. That was the problem. You hadn't played in all of the other ones, and you played that one at Hillsborough 90 minutes. We won 5-0. It was over at that time. We 5-0. So again,
you're saying, Baz, it's me.
I'm just all I'm doing here is just reaffirming.
Just keep it going, Baz.
Reaffirm. We then go and play Middlesbrough and have a few games against them with draws.
We had three
against them, and then
they were horrible. Them games.
Yeah, Middlesbrough. Ayrsham Park.
They had a good side.
Yeah, tough team. And then Liverpool beat us. Oh no, sorry. I'm going. Yeah, we did. We lost to Liverpool, didn't we? Ray Houghton header, I think it was, in the FA Cup.
That's it. Ray Houghton
header at the Park End. We end up getting to the semi-final of the League Cup. Arsenal beat us 4-1 over 2. Like, I mean, Trevor Stephen missed a penalty at home.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I think Perry Groves scored. I think it was Perry Groves. They were beating us 1-0. It was a Sunday, that, and he put the penalty over the bar at the time. He was good at pens, Trevor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he put it over, and he battered us at Highbury. He beat us 3-1 at Highbury. But we ended Liverpool's 29-game unbeaten run in the start of the season. But that's a highlight that year, because Wayne Clark scored. I remember it. It was a big thing that we stopped them, because I think they'd have broke the record, that they'd have gone on to that one, or whatever it was. And we end up finishing 4th place, which you'd be lauded for now, but obviously as champions, we 40 appearances that season.
All right.
29 starts, no goals. Al. You let me down.
I let myself down.
Bit of Colin Harvey. And then you end up moving, which was mad, because 40 appearances, 29 starts.
But that was down to, not down to Colin. Colin wanted his own team, which you can understand, because he's come in and he wants his own squad and his own team.
Yeah.
Because most of us were Howard's buys or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can understand Colin wants to change it.
Yeah.
I think. And I thought, well, he wanted me. I thought, time for the move as well, kind of thing. Because, you know, you get stuck in the rut. I probably could have stayed, but I wouldn't have played, because he wanted to bring his own people in, which I understand that. But all managers are like that, when they are coaches, they want their own people in to do it that way. So I went to Sheffield Wednesday.
But it wasn't great, was it? Not just you, but what I mean is, for, you know, we lost Trevor. Sorry, just Gary Stevens first went to Rangers, and then we lost you. Reedy went, Trevor Stephen. You know, he brought in Stuart McCall. No disrespect to Stuart, but he wasn't Peter Reid. No. You know, Cotty came in. You know, we brought in Neil MacDonald. He wasn't you, and he wasn't Gary Stevens either. You know, Pat Nevin came. It was he was trying, because see what he was trying to do.
But Peter Beagley came.
And Beagley, but the level just wasn't. The level wasn't like Beagley, as good as his flips were, and that he had a, you know, he gave everyone bloody bad knees by the time he crossed it. But he was a good player in the crowd, because we wanted them to cross it. But he wasn't Kevin Sheedy. No. And it was that kind of thing. Pat Nevin wasn't Trevor Stephen. No. And even though Colin was trying to do it, and he was trying to, the level did drop. Were you feeling that within the building? And obviously Brace had that bad injury, and it took him, he was out for 2 years with it, and it just felt like the whole thing that made us so good. And obviously Ince went as well. He went off to Spain, didn't he? So did you just feel like it was time to go?
I think it was just time.
Okay.
I think you get to that stage where you go, I think it's time for me to move on. Kind of not that I didn't want to stay. It was just that, you know, he's brought these people in who were playing in my position anyway. You know, so Neil MacDonald, he was going to play right back, or, you know, and Pat was going to play right. So
where am I fitting in?
I'm not going to play on the left, I'm not going to play in the middle. So it's time to move on.
It's mad though, when you just finished 4th and you've played 40 times.
Things in it, it's like football, isn't it?
Still weird. It's still weird. Howard Wilkinson signed you for Sheffield. Yeah. You made a debut in a 1-0 win against Luton.
Luton Town.
There you go. I mean, what was Howard Wilkinson like?
It was funny, because when I went there and I met him, you get this idea of that he's going to... And Sheffield Wednesday were, to be fair... Direct.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll have a word. And he wants, to be fair to him, he did try and change it when I was there. Yeah. And then he moved. Yeah, he went to Leeds. Yeah. And he won the league with Leeds, so it was a good move for him.
Yeah.
Wasn't good for me.
No.
And then
Peter Eustace took over. Yeah. Did not really get him with him. Just I can tell by your face. Not really.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that we can go past that. That's fine.
Because Gary Megson was there as well. So I said, hello, Gary, anyway. So he was telling me things as well. Like, so
this isn't
not going to happen. This one,
this is not great. So 32 appearances for Sheffield, and then Howard gone back from Bilbao to Man City. He got the call. So, I mean, why did you go back with Howard then?
Well, I'd been injured at Sheffield Wednesday, and I'd been out for a bit, kind of thing. And I wasn't playing, and Ron Atkinson was the manager at the time. And he wasn't playing me anyway, so he pulled me to his office and said, "Oh, your mate's been on the phone. He wanted to go to Man City." I was like, "Oh, who?" He went, "Howard's been on the phone. He wants you to go back." He said, "But I'm not letting you go back." I said, "That's fine." I said, "I've got another 3 years. It doesn't bother me." What he wanted was a bit more money.
A bit more words, yeah.
So I went, "That's fine. It's fine with me." And it kept going on. It kept going on, and he went, "Oh, you can go."
In the end, just get it, yeah.
So I got the train from Sheffield. I went to met him in the Midland Hotel in Manchester with Reedy.
Of course he did.
Reedy was his assistant one.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long one, this.
Did you have a briefing again?
I had a brief, 2 briefings, because I thought I'm going to be a long time.
Yeah.
So I got to the hotel and sitting there, and I was thinking, I had a chat, like I said, what is this? Because Man City had a young side then. And he wanted a little bit of experience just to help the kids and stuff like that. I thought, that's fine. So I thought, I better phone my missus and tell her, I said, I'm in the Midland Hotel with Howard and Reedy. She went, "Oh, no." So I thought, what does that mean? Oh, no. So, she said, "I'll see you tomorrow then."
Could be a long one.
Okay. See you later, bye. I stayed in the Midland and I had to book a room in the Midland because
she knew.
Nutters.
She knew. She was ahead of the curve. She was well ahead of the curve. Yeah, well ahead of it. 150 grand to City. Made your debut at Goodison against Everton in a 0-0.
3 at the back we played. I would play 3 at the back.
And again, I remember that day. It was billed as we'll batter these because City was struggling a bit, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it was a 0-0 draw. And so where did you play?
I played the centre of a 3.
You played in the centre
with 2 wing backs.
Wow!
In them days,
Howard, master tactician,
just sorted it all out, kind of thing. Because he'd probably been in Spain and seen it in Spain.
Yeah.
He thought this will work because a lot of young ones playing, Brightwells and the
good legs,
Whites and Leahy and all them.
Good players. Leahy was good, wasn't he?
A proper player he was.
Yeah.
So he just wanted a little bit of experience because he got Reedy played a few times.
Yeah.
So Inchie came and then he wanted a group where you could trust kind of thing.
Knew,
which is fine. I loved it. City was great. It was great.
Different Man City than Man City now.
A little bit
just
different,
slightly different. Main Road and the kickbacks and all that. Yeah.
You have to run from Main Road. You change at Main Road and I run to the training ground.
Platt Lane,
which is round the corner. So we used to run through all the alleyways and everything with your studs on.
It's the lads going to training. Yeah. Did you enjoy your time at City?
I did actually. Yeah. It was good. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. We did all right.
Yeah, they weren't bad. Well, they weren't bad because Howard obviously
got better.
Went back to Everton. 46 appearances, and then summer of 1991 he phoned you again. And
it wasn't. It was Reedy.
Was it Reedy again?
When Reedy was manager of Man City.
Yeah.
And he got me and Wardy because Wardy came at the same time. It was me, and he got the serve and he went, "Your mate wants you, and you're going to Everton." So the two of us went, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I'm getting rid of you two. You're going back to Everton. I was being on the phone. You're going back," which is fair enough. Every manager's got the right to do what they want. Me and Wardy were like that. Oh, okay. So we left.
So how did you feel about coming back then?
Well, it's one of them.
You were all right. You were all right with it.
Always going to come back with that.
Yeah. With Howard. I mean, why do you think it didn't sort of work out for Howard the second time? Because obviously he come back.
It's always difficult.
And everyone just thought, we'll come back. And
we'll go Europe.
Off we go again. Off we go. And it just wasn't the same. Yeah. Different clubs slightly.
Players with difference as well. And
didn't have a lot of money. And money was starting to slosh it around. Then wanted to change it.
So it was a bit difficult for him.
Yeah.
I think he found it hard as well.
Yeah.
because times had moved on.
Yeah. Did you see a change in him?
A little bit, yeah.
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 He was quite happy and it seemed a bit down.
Did he?
Himself.
Yeah.
That's my input, where he was kind of thing. So.
Yeah, but you've worked with him at Everton, then you worked with him at City, then you're back at Everton.
Times,
and Everton was his club, wasn't it? So I think he felt it more, maybe.
Yeah. I think he found, this is my club. This is where I've won a lot of things.
Yeah.
Played in the top team.
And it just wasn't set up at that time. We did have, there wasn't loads of great games in that second spell for you because the club was in thingy, but you did play at Old Trafford. We beat United 3-0. And that was the last home game they lost because they won the league that season. So we beat them 3-0. They lost at Sheffield United on day one. Brian Dean, I think, got the winner. And we played them on the Tuesday or the Wednesday at Old Trafford and beat them 3-0. Beardsley, Varchia and Mo Johnston.
Mo?
You played and we won 3-0 then.
Mo?
Yeah.
Old Mo?
Mo, yeah. He was a character, wasn't he, Mo Johnston?
Flipping just a bit.
Socks around the ankles. Bit mad.
Controversial as well.
Lively fella. Yeah, a little bit controversial. Went on pitch with one scarf and tried for the rivals and all of that, yeah.
Nice fella, though. He's really
was he a good lad? Yeah. He was a good footballer, wasn't he? Just, again, I think he needed to... Because he'd been really good at Watford, hadn't he? And then obviously went up back to Scotland and then... He was okay for us, it just didn't... We weren't a great team. We weren't set up for him, really.
Different eras.
And Sharpie was coming, he'd come to the end of there, and we just didn't.
It was like you get into a certain
Mike Newell come in, and people it just wasn't quite the same thing, was it? But he did score in the derby, Mo Johnston. So, but one player who we thought was brilliant, but I want to know your take on him. He's a little bit being billed as a bit boring, but unbelievable footballer, Peter Beardsley.
He was a great footballer,
wasn't he? How good was he? Wasn't as boring as Martin Keown. Martin Keown is one of the most boring ex-Everton players. I'll say, you don't need to say it. I don't think he's ever going to let me interview him, so it's fine. I wouldn't say it to him because he's a tough fella as well.
I agree with you.
But I agree with you. He was a good centre back though. Or he went on to be really good. But what was Beardsley like to play with?
He's a proper footballer. And he'd help it out, work his socks out, and always wanted to do things. He was one of them people that carry the skips and do this and do that. He's not one to sit back.
Ego, no, not nearly.
No ego whatsoever. No. Lovely fella as well.
Yeah.
Talked to him all day.
Yeah.
Didn't mind him. But I know where that interpretation of him is. He seems boring, but he's not when you get to know him kind of thing. He's tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
But he was a proper
what a player. Yeah.
Both feet as well, left and right. He could do anything.
See, again, that was a mad one with Howard because he'd got 20 goals for us and he just let him go to Newcastle.
Yeah. Well, he was always going to go back. I think he was always going to go back.
I know, but he even said he wasn't, at the time, he wasn't ready to leave Everton. He didn't really want to go, even though it was Newcastle. Yeah. But because it was Newcastle, he sort of
it's like
took Howard's word.
We had the last game of the season and all ex-Everton players were playing.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there.
Yeah.
And he only played a year. He was only there a year. But he's always said he loved it at Everton. Yeah. And he always wanted to come back. Yeah. So that says something about him. Yeah. I think he's probably right. It might have been too early for him to go back to Newcastle, but what a player.
Oh, unbelievable. Well, he got them promoted. And he done him and Andy Cole were brilliant, weren't they? Your last game, Spurs at home. Last game for Everton, it was in the February. Right. So I don't know whether he got injured. We got Kenny Sampson scored for us. He come in and played 7 games, and that was the only... He scored a goal in that game, but they beat us 2-1. But you did make... It was 45 appearances when you come back over the 2 years you were there, and then Luton Town. What happened?
Police phoned.
Yeah.
Howard. And I was sort of getting to that sort of age where,
you
everything's dipping, kind of, you can feel it. It's too quick for me, this kind of thing. Everything's getting a bit quick. And then David Pleat phoned them up and said, would you like to, well, now we went, do you want to go on loan for a year, to get games? And it's no problem. Spoke to Pleat, he was brilliant.
Was he?
Absolutely brilliant with me. He was fantastic. He said, you can stay at Everton and train and just come down for games. The day before. I was getting to that age,
Looking after you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he he said, come down a couple of days, come down on a Thursday or a Friday, and we'll play on a Saturday. And if we're up that way, we're going that way, you can meet us on the Friday night or a midweek, mainly Saturday, Tuesday or Wednesday. Brilliant. Loved it, every minute of it. It was because we had some decent players as well, and we did really well in the flipping championship.
Done superb.
Got to the semi-final of the Cup.
I was going to say the FA Cup. Had a great run, didn't you? Great run. Chelsea beat you 2-0.
Was it 2-0?
2-0.
No, I thought it was 4.
What are you letting goals in for? No, 2-0. Another FA Cup semi-final for you.
It was
and they obviously they got beat 4-0 by United in the final, didn't they? They had United at Wembley and got beat 4-0, but semi-final with Luton at Championship.
We beat Newcastle. West Ham. Can't remember this now. Anyway,
what a great one.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Where were you playing there?
Centre midfield.
Centre mid, still. Experience.
Precy. Remember Precy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor Peake at the back. And
good defender.
He was brilliant.
Ex-Coventry, wasn't he, Peake?
So we had and Kerry Dixon was up front, so we had a bit of a...
Oh, okay. It was spine, yeah.
And all these young lads were running around. It was great,
But it worked really well.
Completely different manager to everything else. He had tactics and do this and do flipping spot on with everything kind of thing, which I'd never seen before kind of thing. He was flipping brilliant. He was brilliant. With me, he was as well.
48 appearances, 1 goal for Luton. You made it's not bad, is it?
And then I left and went to Burnley.
Went to Burnley? Yeah, I mean...
Shouldn't have left, to be honest.
No.
I shouldn't have left. But Pleaty wanted me to live down there wanted me to sign me for another 2 years. Said,
but you'll have to move down.
You have to move down, which... the kids were only young as well. So.
Got to think of everything, haven't you, there, I suppose. Did you regret that?
Yeah, I do actually, yeah. One thing I do regret. I don't regret anything else.
No.
But that's the one I do regret, kind of thing.
Yeah. Burnley, debut against Middlesbrough away, signed by Jimmy Mullen. Yeah. That right? 30 appearances.
I didn't enjoy it.
I could see your face.
I didn't enjoy my time.
It happens, doesn't it?
Of course it does, yeah. And these are the things you have to deal with, kind of thing. Then Inchie took over.
Yeah.
Then he told me to pack in.
Good
so
mate.
I got really telling me to flip Everton, and Inchie said,
and these are mates.
You need to pack in.
These are mates.
So to be fair to Inchie, he was probably right.
Yeah.
I did me knee in, so he said that.
No. You had a little loan spell at Cardiff, 5 games, but no.
That was too far.
That was too far for you. I was going to say, it's a bit far out, bloody hell.
Wales. I couldn't speak Welsh.
No, so you were knackered. Coaching, how did that come about then?
Well,
had you started?
With the Inchie bit, he said, I don't want you to leave. I want you to help the under-18s and Terry Pashley. So there was an A in the B team, so I used to do the B team.
Yeah.
So they were like part-timers and all that kind of thing. So I used to do that. But I used to play with the B team as well. Yeah. So I used to play centre-half and help the kids. So that's what and Colin came in to help Inchie.
Right, yeah.
So he came in and I used to do a bit with that B. And then Colin took over back at Everton and I went back to do that.
Was that an easy decision to go back to Everton as an academy?
In the academy? But it's a strange one because I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me, kind of thing.
What, the coaching? Or just...
the coaching. Yeah.
I remember speaking to... We had a few games in the staff team, didn't we, together? Which should be a good lively game on a Friday night. They were good, yeah. And you had to... By the way, he's talking about having to be able to take it. You had to take it in the staff team. Go in, he just hammer you straight away. And wouldn't stop, by the way. But what was... Why didn't you enjoy... Because I remember speaking to you and it might have been just before you left and you just didn't... I don't know, you just felt...
I just thought it was... Football was changing in the academy thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I didn't like all the... Oh, don't do this, don't do that. You can't do this, you can't tell him to do this. You can't do
okay,
that.
yeah.
Bit old school, if you like.
Yeah. But you've been through it,
I didn't. Yeah, exactly. So I just didn't.
Wasn't for you.
Feel it was for me, kind of thing. And Colin had left as well, like so.
Things were changing anyway.
Things were changing, kind of thing. They wanted more. no disrespect, the teachers and stuff like that, and they were doing all the coaching. That's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me that. But I just didn't feel it was for me, kind of thing.
Yeah. No, well, that's it. I mean, you come through and you have an experience of it, and then you see it change, and you think, well, is it for the best? I mean, because I think I asked Incy this when he was in, and I've asked other people who've been in the game then and what it's like now, and is it any better? Do you agree with them not cleaning the boots and not clean? Now, some say I don't mind the fact you don't have to clean the boots, but the jobs that you all used to do, and I've done it at clubs and brushed the dressing room and things like that, gives you that, I think the ground.
It made me a better human being, if you like, because I had to do the jobs. Otherwise, I didn't go home. So you had to do the jobs properly. So I thought, they don't do anything now. I mean, you don't have to clean the boots anymore. You just put them in they're clean, aren't they?
Done and dusted.
So you don't need polishing. You don't need polishing no more, do they? So you don't need to do that. But, you know, putting the kit away and things like that. You have 5 kit men now, don't you?
Yeah.
They don't have to do anything. They just get in the car and go home.
Yeah.
Which you understand, because they're there to play football. But I think it made me, and probably she probably the same thing, and the other lads have said the same. It makes you you understand everything about life more. And nowadays they just get in the car and go home.
Everything's done for them.
Everything's just
done for them.
There's the kit, there's the this, and there's that. There. Go and have your 5-star flipping luxury meal. You know, does it make you a better player? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of them, isn't it?
No, it is.
It was good for us.
Yeah, at that time, and that's what you knew. And it was all the journey, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you were doing that, and then someone was cleaning your boots, and then you were cleaning.
When I was 17, someone was cleaning my boots at 17. I'm thinking, that's not right. I'm only 17.
I was trying to do it myself.
You know what I mean?
But that was the journey. And that was
of course it was.
Things like getting in the first team dressing room and this, that, and the other. And you do wonder if doesn't have to go back all the way. It was, you know.
No,
I remember.
I don't want them cleaning baths and things like that.
I've said this before. I was up early with them, brush the terraces. And even see, you're not seeing them now.
No.
You know, we'd train that Gorda Paul.
That was a place.
That was a place. That was a place and a half. And then go to Turf Moor and brush the.
Yeah, the terraces.
All of the, all things like that at Everton, brush the dressing room out, you do all of the things. Just all part of you, isn't it? And you go, well, one day, not for me, sadly, but one day you go, someone will be doing it for me, and they'll be doing it, and that's just like the cycle. But it does give them responsibility. You've got to get in and do the jobs, because that's all part of the journey. I just wonder now if it doesn't have to be as bad as that.
I also think the money is,
and the money they're on so different as well. Yeah,
doesn't help them.
No.
In respect that they don't have to do anything.
No,
kind of thing. They don't get these flashy cars and all that. It doesn't make you a better player.
No,
you have to earn.
Do they lose? I wonder if they lose a little bit of the edge. Not. They're obviously technically very good players, and we can discuss about playing in under-21 football, because it's basically walking football, because just the way it is. To where you're talking about reserve games and what games that I've played in, games I've watched. All of that, like reserve team footy, where you're seeing them, and I just wonder if it takes a little bit of edge off them, where it's a little bit too sanitised.
Well, they don't have to worry about anything. I mean, when we play, you got a bonus. We didn't win. Yeah. We didn't get £2. Yeah. You didn't get your £2.
Yeah.
We drew, you got £1. If we lost, you got nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
But that £2
meant everything.
Everything. When you're a kid. It means an awful lot. So I don't think they get... I think they get too much too early.
Yeah.
I understand the way they go, and they have to... But does it make him a better person, better player? I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's again.
It's a hard one, isn't
it? You left there and went scouting instead. Was that more suited to you, do you think, being a scout than actually being the coach? I liked watching games and watching players and things like that. And how does it? I mean, you obviously went off to Bolton. Yeah. What did the role entail for you? So it was European. So I was going to Europe on the weekends and stuff. So I was a European scout plus, British scout as well. Yeah. So there was Colin, Teddy Dalicote, and me. We had a great laugh. It was great. But we'd go abroad, we'd pick
like a country of France, and they do like on a Friday, so they do Friday, Saturday, Sunday games, because in Europe they play
like the
Friday,
cross,
Saturday, and you could Holland, and so we'd organise that, and then go to an English game midweek or something like that. So they report on players and stuff like that. It was great. It was hard work, because you're getting up early in the morning to fly somewhere to go watch a game, and then get to the game, and then get back to the hotel, then go to another game the next day, and then getting back to the hotel, then flying out again and getting back, and it's like that's your weekend gone, like Friday till Monday, and then watching games in the mid. I loved it.
Did you?
Not just watching games, just how the European went about it, European teams went about it, and their players went about it.
Different challenges and everything.
Yeah, it's completely different. Yeah, I enjoyed it, really do.
And then off to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Again, and scout at Liverpool. What were you doing? Similar, or was it British based? Just the same
similar,
European
similar
stuff?
to that, kind of thing. So watching European.
How does it work then? So you go and they give you I don't know. Did they give you the list, or is it a team, or is it?
No, I used to. I just used to pick a country, like say, so it was France, and I look for players that I think would be good for Liverpool, or and then have a look at the team, PSG or whatever. Actually, PSG weren't that good.
No, they weren't PSG now.
With the money. So you'd go Marseille and places like that, and so you'd go and watch, and there'd be 3 games, 3-4 games a weekend, kind of thing. But different environment, different way they went about the teams. Yeah. So that's just exactly the same there. Yeah. So.
And then you just feed that back in, and then they
do your report. And
they report, and then off you go with that.
And if you give a good report, someone else would go and
follow it up. Then But
that's the way it is, isn't it?
And then from Liverpool, where did you go from there?
I went from Liverpool to West Ham. So
again, similar European.
Just doing
stuff,
the same thing again.
Doing the same, yeah. Following on
5 years, so it was 5 year cycle.
Is that what it is? Yeah, you just press it up, you've watched it and gone. Is there anywhere you've thought, like younger players, and gone, this kid looks a player, and he's gone on to do
the French?
Yeah, I mean
young kids.
Their players unbelievable.
Young kids. I went to Mexico for the under 17 tournament in Mexico. That was an experience.
I'm gonna say, be careful there, mate. Yeah.
So I went around Mexico watching games. In Mexico, the under 17 World Championship, and there was Neymar was playing. Oh, he was unbelievable kid. Yeah. Oh, you think it's genius.
Player he is, yeah.
He could have.
Because lots of people were looking at him, weren't they, at that age anyway? Yeah. But,
everyone was there.
Everyone
were looking at him. Whether he was good enough for European club, as in respect British club.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure he would have
at that time anyway.
He would have done anything. Kind of thing. It would have been a bit tough for him.
Yeah. So it's better to just develop the way he did. Yeah. Good player though.
Yeah.
Hell of a player.
Yeah.
And then QPR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't tell me you were European scout for QPR. I was going to say.
No. Just North.
As much as I like QPR, it's a little bit ambitious, slightly.
Northwest
for QPR. And was that similar?
Yeah.
Just similar thing, having a look.
Yeah, just looking at players on the Northwest kind of thing.
Yeah.
How many clubs in the Northwest?
That's it. Yeah. who can we pick up? What's the one thing about professional football that you think that surprised people from your game? Where we might know, or
in what respect?
Don't know anything. You might just go, the way fans think it's like that. It isn't like that. You know what I mean? Is there anything?
It's an easy life.
No, you know what I mean? It could be anything. Is there anything where you think if only they knew? Without getting anyone into trouble.
No.
But any aspects of it?
I think everyone knows what it's like. So it wasn't... It must be difficult now because of social media and stuff like that. I can understand why.
Why can be difficult.
I think they should ban footballers for using social media, but that's my personal thing. But in our day, Reedy, Andy Gray and Sharpie and Inchy and everyone like that, just go to the pub afterwards and have a drink with the supporters and then go home.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can't go for a meal now, can you? You're getting photographed and things, which is... But I think everyone knew that anyway, what we were like anyway.
What it was like,
No, I don't think everyone knows.
Fair enough. Who was your most difficult opponent?
Oh, That's a good one, isn't it?
Because he played everywhere.
Yeah.
That was the thing. He probably didn't play in goal or up front. They were probably the only two players.
Gazza, when I played in midfield, he broke me nose, Gazza. He was playing for Tottenham.
Did he?
He elbowed me.
He
running back because he didn't do it on purpose.
No, but he used his arms.
All the time. He sort of ping, put my nose. I was running back with him trying to get the ball off, and he elbowed me. So Gazza in midfield, Anders Limpar.
Good player.
I love Anders. I should love Anders Limpar. Not playing against him, but loved him when he played.
Big Evertonian as well,
which I didn't realise till I met him a couple of years back.
Yeah.
And he said, I loved it, Everton.
Yeah.
And I went, a double take. He's one of my favourites, Anders Limpar.
Yeah.
When I played against him.
Good player.
Yeah, he was.
Direct, little. Going from playing to being a coach, what was the biggest adjustment for you? Like the most difficult thing, because obviously you're playing.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad because when I was at Burnley, I was
because you were
still playing on the Saturday, the B team kind of thing. So I was still playing, kind of thing. It was difficult when I had to stop completely because I used to love joining in, at Everton and joining in with the kids and all that. I used to love all that because I was joining in.
Yeah,
but. You just know as a player, you just can't do it. You just can't do it anymore. And I thought, this is ridiculous. This
was it mad? Because I know,
it's really hard
when because you're there. Obviously, you playing at the elite level. So when you're then doing it with the kids and the whipping past you, what's that like?
Whoa.
I don't know.
What do you mean whipping past?
No, what I mean is, let me rephrase it. Right. So whenever
that's it. Thank you.
Whenever you play and you get older, and then you have a game with kids, and your brain's going, I'm still going to do that. And the next one to take it off, what I wanted to say was no, it did. What I wanted to say was there a period like that where it was for you and you're thinking, well, these are a little bit quick for me? Yeah. And how do you process that when you've been an elite footballer? But that's what I meant.
It's really difficult because, you play a game and they go past you and you think, I can't move my legs to get, Your
brain knows what it's doing, isn't it?
That tells you to do it. It's the bottom half doesn't want to move.
No.
It goes, excuse me, Al, but you're not moving. And then you realise when they've gone past you, go, just that again, he's getting a flipping elbow.
He's getting done. He's getting the Gazza.
Someone's getting it.
Yeah.
But,
my God.
But that's aging, it just comes to everyone. I used to love talking about staff games, Baz.
Yeah.
I used to love them games in the Friday. Flipping great in that gym. Yeah. I used to love it.
Good games.
And there was nowhere, you couldn't run.
No,
it's small.
Because I was young then. I was running everywhere for you. That's right.
Could have fooled me.
Gonzo just be up front.
You could have fooled me.
I think you forgot how I was good.
You were very quick, weren't you?
I was quick. I wasn't bad. When you were working with the young players, then what was the sort of one, either skills, probably not the right way, but the one thing you were trying to instill in them, whether it be technical or whether it be a mental side of it?
I like the technique of players. I like technical things. I like people who can get hold of it and pass it and do that, but do it quicker.
Yeah.
But it was all mental in it with the kids kind of thing. So it frustrated me when they weren't doing it when I've
told them.
Told them or
tried to help them.
Trying to help them, and they do the opposite thing, kind of thing. But that's the way it is, isn't it?
Right, these are quick fire, promise you. Right, okay. One piece of advice you'd give young Alan.
Ooh.
If you had to go back and you were going into Liverpool again as 16-year-old Alan.
You know what? I don't regret anything I've done.
Okay.
Liverpool, going to Liverpool, going to Everton, going to Sheffield Wednesday, going to any club. I've never regretted it. I keep going back to Burnley only because I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I do regret. But I think I've had a fantastic life.
Yeah.
Doing it's a hobby, and always has been a hobby. So I think I would never change anything.
Okay.
I don't think I've got the right to change anything.
And you've been successful, which is fantastic.
That's up to other people to make.
Well, you have. And your trophies, your medals tell you that, Al. Who's had the best sense of humour in the Everton dressing room?
None of them.
Or who was the biggest joker then? Who was the...
Bales on it. He's flipping stupid one. It was stupid. It was just stupid. Everyone had a good sense of humour. Everyone had a laugh and a joke. Because if you're miserable, someone had flipping hammered you, though, and you didn't do this, you did hammer you. Bales was just stupid. You know what I mean? Do stupid things. Like pinching Nev's shampoo. Yeah, you saw a big jar of shampoo. He used to bring it, and Bales would run in and have a shower, like, quick, and never be outside doing all these flipping
diving about
kind of thing. And he'd put the shampoo, and he's in the shower like that, and everyone would go, Nev, he's took his shower. God. He'd get him, throw him, beat him up, kind of thing. Yeah. Don't touch my shampoo again. And you could put money on the next day, he'd have the shampoo. He'd do the shampoo. How stupid do you need to be for Neville Southall's shampoo and take it? No. You might do it once.
Yeah. If you do it twice.
Not every day. Yeah, twice. You might have been drunk the night before. Yeah. But you don't do it every day. No.
They'd have good hair, Bales, in all fairness, though.
Yeah, he did.
Best game you'd ever played in?
Ooh, Chelsea. Away, yeah.
When you scored the winner, you put us top. Yeah. Fantastic. Best player you ever played with? Putting you on the spot here, aren't I? It's hard, isn't it? That's because you played with, and especially in that team.
That's a hard one, that.
Because I suppose it's what you look at, isn't it?
No comment.
Okay. See, I'd have probably gone Nev because he's the... Because he was world class.
He was absolutely fantastic, but you could go like Trevor.
Of course, yeah.
Gary.
Yeah.
Bats, Derek. You could go with Reedy, Blaise, Sheeds.
Say them all.
You could, you know what I mean? You could. Yeah. There's not one. You'd
say.
Yeah.
Fair comment. That's very diplomatic, Al. That's
Thank
brilliant.
You very much.
Final one.
They're all bastards anyway.
There you go. No problem. Final one. I don't know whether you sort of answered this before, but if you wouldn't have been a professional footballer, what job do you think you'd have done? Or what job do you think you'd have liked to have done?
I never even had it in my head that I wouldn't be a professional footballer.
No.
You know when you used to have people used to go round to the school? Careers officer. He used to come round and you say, you might remember it. You definitely won't remember it behind me.
No, I remember the careers officer, yeah.
He used to come round and what would you like to do? And I used to always go, footballer. No, a job. No, a footballer. I just want to be a footballer. Like I said about the 4 or 5, all the way up to when I was at school at 15. What job do you want to footballer? Well, you've got to, you can't. Not everyone, and all this.
All of the doubt.
No, that's it. Just a footballer. And I always said it, and everyone just go.
I'm not.
It's mad.
Okay, so if you had to use a job, then so say you just went right. Okay. What job do you think you wouldn't have minded doing then?
Now, this sounds really daft. As a kid?
Yeah.
Young kid.
Don't say the lumberyard.
No. Oh, no, it was hard work, that.
Yeah.
The bin men used to come.
Okay.
Right, it's funny, it's strange. Used to come they used to play football as well. It's easily enough. They used to stop and play. They used to have the bins in the wall. Years, and we're talking when I was a kid.
Okay.
In the wall, and they used to grab it.
Yeah.
Put it on the backs and go to the bin and empty the bin.
Okay.
I always wanted, because they used to stand at the back of the bin.
Oh, on the
back. They used to have I didn't go into the cabin because it was only the driver.
Yeah. So
they used to hang on to the back of the bin lorry while he was driving along. I thought, that's flipping great. That looks cool. I look smashing that. I'd love to be grabbing hold of a thing driving down the road.
Would have been that?
No, not really.
No. But for a little bit, it looked all right.
A little bit grabbing hold of the bar would have been great.
Alan, all I can say is thank God you didn't follow your dreams of being a big man.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It's right, by the way. Because for the bins.
For the bins, yeah. Again, I'm going to reiterate this. You were an unbelievable footballer. In an era where there was one substitute. and you were part of Everton's best ever team, and that's it. Part of that squad, Everton's best ever squad. History tells you that historically they are that set of players for those years were unbelievable. The likes of yourself, Kevin Nittington.
I was just lucky to have been in a squad. That was the best, and at the time.
You can play it down, but obviously to be that
I'm
good...
not playing it down.
No, but to be that good, to be part of that squad, no, playing yourself down. But the reality is, nowadays, with 9 subs, you'd have made...
2 games a year.
You know, you'd have been on the pitch every week because half a team's on every week, so you would have made you would have made 3 times the appearances you made.
That's probably for Everton. But I was lucky to get to a club with Howard and that bunch of players.
Yeah,
you've got to have luck, haven't you? That's just luck that you get into a squad like that and teammates like that who are all
still got mates now.
Yeah.
Alan, thank you very much.
No,
thanks for coming in. Thanks for giving your time up. It's been
enjoyed that.
fantastic.
Thanks, boss.
Thanks very much, mate.
Cheers, mate.